The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers present The Great Pendragon Campaign by Greg Stafford, with David Larkins as the Game Master and Desiree Valdez as the adversary.
More important than just your appearance.
Okay.
It kind of controls who gets seen in a group, who has more initiative, who gets the attention.
Okay.
So it's not just appearance, but it's also appeal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Exactly.
They're all kind of equally important in their own new ways.
Unfortunately.
But it's not like Cthulhu, where Ab doesn't really drive anything.
It does actually have some importance.
Indeed.
Whereas in Call of Cthulhu, we just get to laugh about it, like, oh, you're ugly. It's like, oh god, you're ugly.
And that's
Whatever
fun.
shall we do?
It's a lot of fun.
It is.
I think Renae do you need dice?
Yes.
You okay?
Okay.
She's
got,
thanks.
Got some bricks there in the middle.
And
And then Brendan, you also need a d20.
Yeah, there's going to be.
Oh, what is this?
Well, my sister's visiting, so it's thrown off.
Oh, sure. That'll do it to you. Yeah, that'll throw you right out of your element there.
Right.
Oh, how nice for you.
Yeah. It's her spring break.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Where is she? Is she from New York as well?
I know, she's actually right now in Arizona.
Ah,
yeah. She's in planetary science. She's a super smarty pants.
Yay, good for her.
As though you're not a smarty pants.
Oh, but you know, the STEM field, so they count more. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Lord. Sure.
A what field?
STEM, science, or what is it? Technology, engineering, math.
Oh,
I just think you're silly.
Well, they just get more money, so you know, at the university, it's like, okay, who's more important?
That's nice.
Yeah, we had wires hanging out of our building, like the ceiling. You had to dodge them, literally.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God.
then, when I'm at Vidali, I would go over to the math building.
And it's all lovely.
Everything was shiny.
You didn't have to pay for your sodas?
Oh my god, it's like the difference between the art students and the sports team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This brings money in. This
Yeah.
Oh my god, we all had to live in my mom's van. What do you mean you guys got your hotel rooms paid for?
Exactly.
And a bus? What is this?
What? We had to take the short bus.
It's crap.
It broke down.
It's broke down, yeah. We walked. My mom had to push it too.
Alrighty, so we're just gonna jump right into winter phase, I guess.
Okay, exciting.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, except actually, there was one other thing
There is one
for
other thing.
Brendan's new character,
Okay.
Sir
Cormac.
Thank you. I was like,
Oh, I
Sir
better write
Connor's
that
not
down.
right. It's Sir Cormac. So you have a manor, and so you get to decide
Yeah, it's nice.
what sort of feature that manor has, and then roll on a table for it. So you can have some money,
Yes.
you can have strange things, or you can have what they call a special.
Cormac ring.
A special.
Special is like, you might have like a monument or an oak grove,
It's been there for days.
that kind of thing. You know, just like a special structure on your property, basically.
And then what about the strange things?
Strange things are kind of, well,
That's what Jen went for.
that's what Jen went for, and she got a burial mound.
Oh, so you
one
want
of
to
hers.
see? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then, or you could just go for a money bonus.
I'm gonna go with strange things.
Okay, go ahead and do a d20 roll then.
Because it's more fun. You
don't
No matter
know.
what, it's gonna be strange.
That's right.
A 16.
This is not strange. No.
What? No.
Yeah, so you have an ancient tree on your property.
Yes.
Oh, and the huntsman has an ancient tree.
Ah.
Yes.
That'll be a next
Yeah, he chose the Master of the Hunt template, and then I rolled for
Okay.
or I had him roll for his family characteristic, and it was at home in nature plus 5 to hunting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huntsman with a big
Yeah.
tree. Oh, that's very rich
Okay.
So
already.
you can write that down under your state record.
Okay.
It's
Where
you can kind of
special, I guess maybe.
yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
special.
Absolutely.
Ancient tree. And then where can I? Yes, ancient tree. Couldn't have asked. Couldn't have done better if I just made it up.
That's right.
Where is it already in here? Then the boost to the other thing that
Yeah, for your hunting it should be.
it's just in here. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's all
That's
factored
your
in.
default, and so that's what you're. You probably got to have a 10 to start with.
It
and
was,
an
yeah.
additional 15.
You got it.
Because it'll say on the back here what special family things you have.
Okay, so why doesn't everyone give me a D20 roll to see what other events might have transpired for you during the year?
I got a 6.
12.
Okay.
19.
Ooh.
Ooh. Pretentious.
And Jack?
4.
A 4. All right, well, I'll go lowest to highest again. A 4 is good fortune.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me a D20 roll, please.
D20 on that gets me a 5.
Okay.
Wait, are we 487?
40. Yeah. Well, this is 40. Winter Phase 46. We're going into
Okay.
487. Yeah.
Okay.
So it is, we're about to play 47.
Okay. So so you got a little gift from Earl Roderick.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. He just wants to kind of help you on your way, I guess.
Terrific.
4 Libra.
Woo.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Jade. You rolled a 6. That's friend.
Ooh,
So D6 roll, please.
a 1.
You sounded so put out.
Could be good.
I don't know, you never know.
You just don't know.
A 1. All right. So so you have made the acquaintance of an itinerant mercenary knight who now owes you 3 favors.
Oh, cool.
Mercenary-
Repairs his debts.
Basically, yeah, he was a Cornishman passing through, and you put him up for a week at your manor, and he as a sign of gratitude, he said,
I did
you
have
know,
excellent wine.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool.
So 3 favors.
3 favors from a Cornish mercenary.
That's going to be so helpful.
What will his name be, I wonder?
Yes, we'll find out. And then Brendan, you got 12, which is relations. So give me.
I know,
I'm like, fire chick up.
Well, let's see. You're unwed, so make a lustful roll.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. The D20, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Got an 11.
And lustful
Most
was
was 13.
13. That's a success.
Oh.
Okay, so so now make 1 roll each against your flirting, your dancing, and your appearance.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's a 3.
So flirting was a 3. I got a 5.
Okay.
Dancing, I am a 2. I got a 1.
Nice.
Wow.
Success on that.
Wow.
And then what was the last one?
Appearance.
Appearance, a 13. I'm
Ah.
10.
All right, so check your dancing.
That's really
Like check.
incredible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know.
What do I do with dancing?
Just do
Check it.
Check it.
Okay.
It's good.
It means that at the end of the winter session, you get to roll it to see if you can increase that
Oh, I see.
statistic.
Ah.
All right, so over the
checks are
previous
important.
year, you fathered 1 child in the village of your manor.
Woohoo! So you do have a bastard.
All right.
Well, yeah,
Good
it's
call.
not an official bastard even.
Not an
Not a-
official bastard.
An unofficial
Less-
bastard.
It's an
Less
unofficial
than a
bastard.
That's-
It's less than a bastard.
It's just a peasant. It's a peasant bastard, which doesn't count for much. But you know,
Arrow fodder.
yeah,
Yeah.
your DNA lives on if you had a concept
That's-
of such a thing.
Right.
All right, so all right, Renae, you got a 19. That's bad fortune.
Oh.
D20 roll, please.
Okay.
Good.
What kind of bad fortune?
Oh, 18.
18.
Really good or really bad?
Yeah. I can tell by the laugh.
Actually,
Yeah.
no. You lucked out because you don't
Oh,
have any.
really?
You don't have any fortifications built at your manor.
Oh,
do you?
okay. I thought
Oh,
that was
hooray.
So
So it's early?
you would have lost a point in your fortifications due to decay.
Oh.
You were one away from your manor catching on fire, though. So.
Oh my god. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. That would be terrible.
That would have been horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone go ahead and make your check rolls.
Oh.
I don't think I had any check rolls.
None at all.
I don't think so.
Scan.
Oh no, yeah, I do have one.
Okay.
So you gotta get the what?
So you're actually trying to go above it.
Yeah,
if
trying to
you-
fail it.
Failed it.
Okay. Yeah, fail it.
So it goes up by 1.
I have 4 checks.
Oh, very good.
Is that right?
That sounds about right.
Oh, okay.
It's not unusual.
No, Virgil was doing pretty awesome last time.
So if you make it, just add 1?
If you make it, you don't add anything. If you fail it, you add 1.
Ah, okay.
And then I have to, if it's like for a trait, I have to adjust the other side down.
Yes, exactly. It's reflexive.
Hmm.
Now, does that include if I put a point into something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure all of them are. Okay.
I'm a bit more courteous now. That's it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
That'll get you
Yeah.
places.
that's true.
How many hit points do we start with?
Should be filled in up there.
Oh, it's okay. Different for each question.
I can't believe last time I
28.
critted my heraldry on a 3. And now it's a 4.
Nice. You know a little bit more about heraldry.
That I do. I also somehow managed to up my fealty for my lord again. But I can't manage to up my...
Your homage?
No. Shit. It's an
Damn.
8.
That's rough.
Wow.
I know. Uther hates me. Sorry.
Oh, speaking of which,
Yes?
I realized we forgot to do a homage passion for Wolfram.
Oh, I
Because
don't,
he did
All right.
swear homage to
Alrighty.
Uther. Even though he was knighted by Roderick. So,
Is she a student or is she?
A student, grad student,
Oh.
and she's being consulted right now on the next
So can I-
landing site for the Mars.
Do I have the liberty to just
rover.
fill this out?
Very good.
Like I have a
Yeah.
1-year-old kid, I can give him a name.
So cool.
I don't know if it counts for
That's very cool.
Yeah.
illegitimate children.
Okay.
For filling in children.
Right, no, that's...
no, you're
It's
gonna keep
just
that.
for like heirs and
Keep
things
that
like
blank.
that.
Yeah.
Recognize.
Oh, you can make a note of it if you want.
Outside
There's
of the
a dude
box.
running around.
Yeah. +1.
Sitting in front of me.
Just like girls, boys.
good.
Dash, dash.
There's vessels for that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, so it's
Yeah,
3d6 plus 3.
Thank you.
Whoa,
Nice.
18?
you
No,
are
19.
you are Uther's man through and through.
I did lose some at that battle though.
You did.
I was
yeah.
not impressed.
You lost faith.
Is that what happened, do you think?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was either that or become mopey. I don't want to do that.
No.
It was only a 9 to begin with.
Yes, I'm having tea in here.
Oh,
Wow.
It's
yeah.
very British.
You're blowing my mind!
I might have some beer, if that's alright.
Sure. Cups are in the far right cabinet there. Actually, to your left, and then there you go.
I know.
Keep going to the left, you'll find.
You told me the right.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah,
I have to
that's
literally
right.
use the which side is the L for left.
Doesn't matter.
Milk can, cookie can.
Not
All right,
really.
so
It didn't matter in the end.
Doesn't matter because
everyone, make sure you age yourself a year.
Oh,
Time marches on.
Oh my god, I know. It's already 24.
yeah, exactly.
How did this happen?
Okay, and go ahead and collect your income from your estates, such as it may be,
All right.
And then where are we putting that again?
in your treasury, which I think there's a right-hand column on the second page of the manor.
Oh, right there. Okay, so for 86, I get to just add.
Whatever your. Oh, except actually for you, now that you're married, it's going to go down by 1.
Okay, so now it's gonna be 4.
Okay.
5.
And for an unmarried knight, you're going to be clearing 1 Libra per year. So.
And that's
Okay.
part of the state.
Mhm.
So,
Hey, I'm still rocking and rolling at 43.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Nice.
Do you have a chance to go through those 5 dozen articles I posted?
No. I need a little bit. I won't have internet until tomorrow. Which
Oh,
is
okay.
why I've had to like intermittently check it at my mother's house.
Yeah.
But once I'm there,
Yeah, no,
you
there's a
can
lot
bet
of
I'm
stuff
gonna read
there.
all those articles.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna make this horse thing happen, even though it's gonna cost me like what, 400?
Actually, that's to replace your horse herd, and there's another book that has a cost for like setting up a breeding operation. So I'll let you know.
I would love to hear about that.
Yeah.
Yes, that is his plan with his magnificent destrier.
Yes, you pretty much have to. They took it out of the latest version, but I'm putting it back in.
All right,
appreciate
very
that.
good.
Well, in a case like this, you know,
Yeah.
kind of an extenuating circumstance.
And then did we got our glory awarded at the end of last session, right?
Nope.
No, I don't
No?
remember
No,
that.
you,
Oh.
you get your glory
Sweet.
right now.
I
Actually,
have
well, not
200 glory,
not right
so-
now, but in a moment.
Okay, we're working to that.
We're working to it. Yes. So speaking of horses, now is your stable roll. You're going to roll a d20 for your best
right. You
horse.
started a little. Okay, yeah.
All right, roll a 20
You
for
got
the
an
animal.
8.
14.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not a 1 or a 2, right?
Exactly.
Let's go ahead and roll for your horse.
Did my dice die?
Oh, yours is fine.
No.
18.
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, and Brendan, you have a courser, which is different from the usual charger. It does less damage on a charge, but it's faster. It's good for hunting.
less damage on charge, much faster. Okay, good.
What are you gonna name him? Or her?
Yeah, think about that.
Okay, let's see if you guys got in any of your family members got in any trouble.
Okay,
I'll need.
this year to see if I have a child.
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
Okay, awesome.
So, D6 roll from everyone, please.
A 1.
2.
A lot of 1s.
5.
Okay. 1 and 2, no event. 5s,
Uh-oh.
1 event.
1 event.
So D20 roll, please.
10.
13.
And so, interesting. And 13.
Interesting.
Okay, so both of you roll D20, please.
I'll do that.
5?
13.
All right, so for Virgil, one of your distant cousins has left on a quest.
Okay.
Neat.
Yes, and he's going to be on this quest for 9 years.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So you can go ahead and make a note that he's returning from the quest in, let's see, 495.
Okay.
Is that 90
Okay.
days of service?
And when he comes back, he'll be 18 Libra richer and 2,700 glory
I think
more enriched.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah. So it'd be a good
Yeah.
backup character if you
Yeah.
need him
Yeah.
when he comes back at
That's
least.
true.
I think you said you're pulling in 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that
Yeah,
goes
you
there.
go with
Okay.
Yes.
Where do I put like my actual? No, sorry. I was just,
No, no.
like my actual how much I
It's
have
gonna
now.
be, that's what I was just
Treasure,
asking.
Treasure,
in
yeah.
here.
Okay.
And for
So
Wolfram, roll a d6 versus the number of middle-aged knights in your family.
Alright, hang on. 0 middle-aged knights.
All right then. There's no chance of success.
None.
That was easy. All
Yeah,
right.
you can name your squire too.
So let me just pull up that childbirth table.
Now, wasn't there something that she can spend about that childbirth table?
If you have a bonus point saved up, you can spend it to ensure a healthy childbirth.
Okay. And that's from my glory, right? That's
Mhm.
the bonus point. I'm pretty sure I will get that.
Most people, yeah, you have to have it saved from before though.
Oh, okay.
Oh. So
And most
it
people
wouldn't
like to spend them as soon as they get them.
I don't have one saved then.
Yeah. So this will just be purely to chance. All right, so go ahead and give me a d20 roll.
Got a 5.
Okay. And you don't have any other modifiers. So with the 5, nothing happened.
Aww.
She does have an awfully high chaste
Oh, really?
and an awfully low app.
Well, it writes itself, doesn't it?
It's alright. I'm grateful for that glory I got.
Yeah.
I was so glad you had that reaction to her picture too, because I was like, I need to pick someone for app 13 that's going to be kind of like her. And so.
Really? Aw.
Man.
Aw.
Hey, that's why you were bribed with 30 Libra to marry her. So.
True.
All right. So.
It's alright. I'm a lusty pagan.
I have a silly question.
Yeah.
The table in my mind. How much money is a Libra?
Yes. It is 20 shillings
Okay.
or 240 denarii.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I was curious about that too, just like what the scale of like, oh, you have 1 Libra is like kind of a
What
big
the hell
deal.
is that?
And so like, what does that qualitatively mean? Basically, like a peasant farmer might see 1 Libra in his whole lifetime.
Oh my god.
Oh, sweet. I'm feeling a lot better about my like 43 Libra right now.
Yeah, like if you gave a peasant like a sack of like 20 denarii, he'd be like, oh my god, and you get a generous check, and
Okay.
I mean it would.
That'd be too much.
And there are how many denarii in a Libra again?
240.
200. Here, I'm gonna make a note of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are.
It's not often that you have to break it, but it's good to know.
240.
Can anyone break a denarii?
And then how many shillings? You said 20?
20 shillings to a Libra, so it's 12 denarii to a shilling.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay.
And how many Libra for a charger? Oh, no.
Libra for a charger off the top of my head, I want to say is 10, but it might be higher. Let me double check.
Wow, okay.
Could be as high as 30.
So the fact that a peasant might only see 1 Libra in their entire lifetime is more of a remark upon the stratification of the society rather than the actual
Yes.
value of that money.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes, the concentration of wealth, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chargers.
Are we the top 2%?
Yeah, exactly. You are the 1%.
Okay.
Let's see here, starting standard prices. Okay, so the horse market. Yeah, Charger's 20. A
Wow.
courser is 10. A round C, which is kind of your standard riding horse, is 1. A workhorse is 80 denarii.
Wow.
Okay.
And your chainmail, just by comparison, your chainmail is 2 Libra. So
Okay.
horses are pretty spendy, yeah. Okay.
Deidric.
Deidric. Oh, nice.
Pummets.
And pumps for your square. Oh, I'm excited for you to watch your highness. I'm so excited for you to watch your highness. Oops. It's good. I think after having played this and then watching.
Thanks.
I did watch your highness, but I'm going to give it back so that he can see it
Yeah.
because.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So good.
So good,
I
yeah.
want to do a double feature night with like Knights of Badass and that.
That would
Just
be good.
get the old times and the new.
Yeah. Okay, does anyone else want to just try and get a wife rather than continue courting someone? You still aiming high
Oh, yeah.
for Lady Adwin?
Gots to.
All right. Virgil's cool.
Yep.
So yeah, basically you can roll on a random table to
I
get
love the
a wife, and that's
by the way.
what Jade ended up
Oh
doing.
yeah.
And she got this
I
kind of
couldn't find
suboptimal
a
wife.
I saw the picture.
little-
Yeah.
So throughout the game, there'll be
good.
opportunities to find someone to court. Like
Yes,
maybe someone
exactly.
royal.
Like the richest
He definitely
heiresses
gets
in the
the-
county.
Alright,
You
yeah.
can't just get them off
And
of a
you
random
got
table.
one.
You know,
It's
small.
just fun. It's just
Going
fun.
after it.
Fun.
I like
Yeah.
that. It's good.
Alright.
Oh,
I mean,
great.
she was kind
I
of
was
like, oh, hello.
trying to choose between
Just
that.
trying to-
She knows you
and
exist
one
now.
Yeah.
from,
But there's like 4 or 5 to choose
played
from.
a
Yeah.
guy.
Okay, I'm still.
No, you picked the right
20.
one.
Yeah.
Now, did I age a year, or am I just coming in as I was?
What's your birthday?
I was 21.
They're fine.
Oh, birthday?
I definitely
It's
love
back.
that.
back
Oh,
sheet.
great.
Second page.
Really?
On the back of this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bottom.
Birth.
Oh,
465.
465 and you're 21, so yeah, you'd age a year.
Okay, so I'm 22. I got time to court somebody.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
Like I said, I'm already 24, so I needed to get on that.
Yeah.
You got stuff to do. You need heirs.
I do.
Yep.
Shit. Who's gonna help me with all these horses?
Uh-huh. Stables.
All right, so now it's time for the training montage. And so you have 3 options. You can choose a trait, statistic, or passion and raise it by 1 point. You can train a skill by 1 point if it's 15 or above. Or you can train 1 or more skills under 15 by distributing 1d6 plus 1 skill points among them.
And we can't raise our passions above 15?
No, you can.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Max for passions, this method is 20. Max for traits is 19.
Okay. I think I'm gonna raise my devotion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lady Vivian.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can choose one of these to put 1 point in. You can choose one of these that's over 16, right, for a trait, or 15. So you can put 1 point into one of these that's 15 or higher.
Okay. So
one
pretty
into
much
one of your passions.
it has to be this one.
Or you can roll a d6, add 1, and then distribute those points wherever you want anything under 15.
As long as it's under 15. And skills only.
Okay.
Yes.
So I could do 1 here,
Yeah, 1 here,
1 here if it's over 15,
1 here.
16, and 1 here, or roll to do 1 skill.
You can do, it's whatever points you roll plus 1. You can distribute them however you want.
Yeah, so you can
amongst
put it all
skills
into
under
1
15.
as long as it's still under 15.
Okay.
Like if you wanted to up your flirting, which is at 3 or whatever.
I'll try that. So
That's
I roll.
exactly what I did.
Roll one of these.
My flirting is a 3.
A 1.
So you get 2 points, and
Yeah,
then
2
you can
points.
put them anywhere you want, and as
Okay.
long as it's under 15.
Okay. Let's see.
I increased my size.
Good idea.
Oh my god, just give him a little late,
Uh-huh.
late boost.
Uh-huh.
Well, the point the rulebook makes, because originally it said you can't increase your size after like a certain
He's bulking up.
young age, and the point that they later made is like, oh, well, actually, yeah, you can always increase your size horizontally.
Right.
I'm gonna think that he's been just lifting some weights.
Or ordering extra bacon from the
Yeah,
town
that too.
market.
Combination of the
So
2.
you've got a wife now. You know what happens.
Well, that's true. Hey.
She's got an awfully low app though. I'm just saying.
She cooks like a devil, right?
Does she?
You don't know.
You don't-
Because that'd be under stewardship, wouldn't it?
For Kimrick women, they get a special, it's like
I don't
spear
think she's-
expertise. It's called industry. It covers stewardship and, or not industry, distaff. Covers stewardship and industry.
I'm gonna make a note of her,
Cooking ability.
Yep, she's
or what her skill is there,
Yeah, let me look that up.
since she's my steward.
Yeah,
So she has industry, so.
she's in charge of running the household.
So
Okay.
that makes sense. She'd be a good cook.
Is she a gentlewoman?
She does not have a gentlewoman's bonus.
Okay. And
She is a natural healer, though. That was her.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
That'll be helpful.
What's her skill in that?
First aid is 14. Chirurgery is 15. So
Woo!
not too bad.
Yeah.
So first aid you said was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Good pair.
She has a skill of 10 in siege, so she could defend
What?
the
Whoa.
manor pretty well.
So she has a 10 in siege, and then
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Wow.
chirurgery.
What
is
is
it
that?
15?
15, yeah.
It's the old-fashioned way of spelling surgery.
Surgery. Chirurgery.
Chirurgery.
And then you said she has industry.
It's called distaff, actually. It
Oh,
covers
distaff.
industry and stewardship.
Okay, and so
And it's at 13.
13 for both of those then.
Mhm.
All right, well, sweet. I'm leaving my lands in good hands.
Yep.
She just needs to start making them babies.
Yeah, her honor is 16, so, could be worse. I had a character who married a werebear, so
A werebear? That's adorable.
it wasn't very adorable at the time. I had to kill her personally.
Well, what else would you do?
Yeah, what else
could you-
What else would you... that was my reasoning. What else am I supposed to do? She must be killed. All right, so
Can we get these sheets for our estates put up on the cloud too, so that we can update
yeah,
them?
absolutely.
Just in case something happens, I don't wanna
Sure thing.
use all of that.
Okay, so all right, so glory then. Brendan, I already factored yours in there, so you're good to go.
Okay.
And so you actually crossed the 1,000-point threshold since you're newly knighted, so you get a bonus point. And then
That's one where you can put it.
Wolfram got 152.
I think anywhere.
1 point
We'll
anywhere.
talk about it just a second.
Oh, okay,
with your
okay.
bonus.
Virgil got 100. And Kinrain got 143. And none of those are counting your annuals, so remember to factor those in.
Okay. Plus.
Did they get some glory for being knighted?
Oh, yeah, forgot to add that.
What's your name?
Make that 1,152.
There you go.
It says CYNR.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay then.
Alright, so.
Yay.
Hold on, math is gonna happen.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Very quiet.
It's 9.
Absolute silence.
19.
Turn, turn.
So it's 7. Sweet! I'm over 2,000 now.
Ooh.
Very
Nice.
impressive.
2187.
Wow. All right.
Which means I get a bonus point too.
You do.
So what happens with the bonus points?
Well, you
Just
can hold
curious
on
to
to
know.
it and use it to guarantee a successful childbirth next year.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, there's no other reason to really hoard it. You spend it right away.
Mm-hmm.
And you just add it pretty much anywhere you want. You can use it to boost a trait, a skill, a passion, a statistic.
Regardless of.
Regardless of any, there's no limits.
Okay.
There are no limits.
Let me get that appearance up.
Temptation.
I'm gonna raise my Valorous.
Oh wow.
This would
Yeah.
Well, basically, there's sort of an unofficial hierarchy of glory levels, where if you're at 1,000, you're a knight. Everyone recognizes that. Once you get to 2,000, you're respected, having proven yourself through deeds
Yes.
to your peers.
That amazing giant killing.
That was pretty.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that would
surprise.
definitely get
I heard
you.
about that.
That's
Yeah,
notable.
that would get
Yeah.
you notable for
Especially,
sure.
singing some songs about it
Exactly.
together.
Plinking,
Yeah.
plinking.
Plinky plinky. At 4,000, you're notable, known by all throughout your homeland region, so that would be Logris in your case. 8,000 is famous, known throughout all of Britain. One of the best in the land. 16,000 is extraordinary, known throughout Western Europe.
Yikes.
Saxons landing fresh on the beaches of Britain and ambassadors from Rome have already heard of your prowess in battle.
Wow.
Okay.
Sweet.
And 32,000 is legendary, known from Iceland to Babylonia.
Wow.
Sweet.
Yep. Okay. So, that was winter phase, and we're actually going to pick it up kind of still in winter phase a little bit, because we're going to pick it up at the Yule Court at Sarum. Now, the thing is that, King Uther doesn't really have a set place where he holds court. He moves around every year. And so this year he's holding his winter court at Sarum.
Okay.
And so the city, which I have a picture of here, is
Oh.
packed to the gills with
Oh wow.
visiting nobles, knights, ladies, dignitaries, members of Uther's court, etc., etc.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is quite a moat.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, Sarum stands upon this natural rock formation in the middle of the Salisbury Plain, so it's just this massive thing, this
Yeah.
hill coming up out of the surrounding
Fortress.
landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, with ancient walls.
Oh.
And there's actually a whole sort of legendary history of Sarum that the bards sing of, that trace it all the way back to the time of the Romans and the founding of Sarum by descendants of Aeneas and so forth. So, yes, it is one of the great cities of Logris and
Uther is holding court there. It's one of the 3 crown wearings of the year. So there's much going on. Some people are grousing about it because there's so many extra people and everyone has to like sleep in whatever nook or cranny they can find while staying at the court. Others are just happy to have Uther's army nearby. It's the one guarantee against any kind of Saxon attack. No sign of Merlin since last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He took the sword and he left.
Yeah.
Like Virgil, suspicious of Merlin. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, you know, if you want to create a directed trait of suspicious Merlin, you can if you want.
I'd like to.
Yeah?
He's a pretty,
Okay, so roll a d6 plus 1,
God. Oh.
and that will be your...
Whoa!
So
7.
you have a suspicious Merlin of plus 7. So,
Wow.
so whenever it comes to Merlin, you are 7 points higher on your suspicious scale
Oh, that's a directed trait.
than you you
okay.
normally are.
Silchester.
People from Silchester.
Okay.
Want to know
Like,
the name I can't do.
Sir
He's
Virgil over
actually
there.
from Silchester.
Oh.
And so I have, suspicious of 9.
Gotta keep our eye on the little guy, that's all.
Yeah.
He's a sneaky one.
Oh yeah, you know
Outside
they
the
are.
tiny one.
What?
They are. Can't help himself.
No, it's a congenital defect.
Since he was this high.
Yeah. Wait, I am that high.
Oh dear.
All right, so Uther has already issued a directive that he will be holding court at Sarum again 4 weeks after Pentecost in the summertime, at which time all nobles must make sure their holdings are secure behind them, that all obligations have been met, and that they've laid in supplies in all castles in case they are besieged next year.
Oh boy.
There's some talk of an overseas expedition
Really?
that Uther might be launching to the continent.
Well, right.
What? Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
There was some talk.
We heard about that, yeah.
But in the meantime, here's Uther, of course. There he is.
Wait a minute.
Oops, sorry. There he is.
All right.
His coat of arms.
Guy.
And he's in full royal regalia. He's holding court, actually. In that picture right there, you can see a little tent has been set up outside Sarum Castle.
Where?
In the foreground there.
Oh.
And all the assembled worthies of Britain have turned out.
Okay.
It's a chilly, frosty Salisbury morning in the depths of winter.
Yeah.
You don't get much snow, but it gets effing cold.
Okay.
And preparations are underway for the Christmas feast. And so what that means is gifts are being given out.
Oh.
So, for example, Earl Roderick, there he is, coat of arms, presents clothing to all of his household knights for the year. Household officers are presented with presents as well as his own family members. So Lady Jenna gets a little something. Young Robert's still just a wee babe, so he doesn't really get anything officially, but except to be heir presumptive to the county. And then the king.
Oh, that's all.
The king next does this for his household, his knights and his officers. His bastard son Madoc is there.
Okay.
And he is presented with a new set of armor, several manors in the Thames Valley, and also Windsor Castle. So that's his
Nice.
Christmas present.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
No. Not unusual for royalty to get
Okay.
those sorts of gifts.
Hang on to it though.
That's the trick.
Not bad for
That's
an
the trick to the
illegitimate
whole royalty
son, though.
No, not bad.
That's I would say that's recognition. That's like,
Oh, yeah.
This is-
you know.
he's trying to make a case, obviously.
Yeah.
Laying the groundwork.
Exactly.
So now it's the turn for the vassals to present their lords with presents. So the earls come forth and give Uther presents. Roderick's is a cloak trimmed with the fur of white bears from the far northern climes.
Wow.
Excellent.
The
Good Roderick.
Yeah, the dukes have even better gifts than that.
Oh.
Finally, Maddox calls for his men, who emerge from the crowd bearing 10 heavy-duty wooden chests on little stretchers, which they lay down in a semicircle around the king, and then on Maddox's signal, all the chests are flipped open simultaneously, and you can see basically Maddox's loot from his campaigns against the Saxons from last year.
Is one just a box of Saxon heads?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with these? No, there's silver coin in one chest.
Pipes,
Gold coin in another chest, goblets and plates, another jewelry, another one just filled with red and purple jewels, another filled with bolts of silk and samite. But then Maddox unfurls a strip of cloth, which everyone kind of craning their necks can see is a Saxon battle banner. And he unfurls it in front of the throne, and Uther steps down and walks over it to his treasures.
Nice.
Excellent.
Very nice.
So Uther takes from these chests the various valuables and trinkets and starts handing them out to lords and ladies of his court. And not just at random either. He's sort of like, here is a fine, salver for, one of the greatest hosts of the land.
He's thinking about it.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
That's our Uther.
Yeah, that's right. That's a leader.
And then for his own knights, he takes a double fistful of silver coins and hands them out.
Oh.
And then for all the other knights, he takes a single fistful of silver and hands it out. So all of you get 1 libra worth of silver.
Yay!
Where can I...
Just add it to your treasury.
So yeah, I guess how many of those coins are equal to 1 libra then? Like, are they?
It's mostly like a libra is like almost like an accounting figure, so it's mostly by like weight and perceived value.
So like 1 handful of silver is worth
a libra.
A libra. Okay, so that's a really great point of reference for me, for instance.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, this goes on for quite some time. Obviously, there's a couple hundred people in attendance, but while it's ongoing, that a feast is being set up in the hall of the castle, and in due course, it appears that the time has come for the high nobles to retire to the hall for their feast. That would not be it. But at that moment, there is a sort of hubbub at the back of the crowd, people stirring. You hear a trumpet being hurriedly blown. And one of Uther's household officers comes running up and says, presenting the great wizard Merlin, guardian of Britain. And like right behind him, Merlin's just like kind of striding out, It's like,
with his weird fast
just like, I'm not putting up with this crap, Like, so.
Hiking his robes about his knees.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Awesome.
pretty much, yeah.
Virgil's eyes are narrowed.
Well, he does look quite purposeful, yes. He's looking neither left nor right, just striding right up to the sort of covered dais where Uther's throne sits. And Uther kind of takes a couple steps back up and rests a hand on the throne and tries to look,
nonchalant.
and says, "Welcome, Merlin, to my court. You are always welcome." And Merlin says, "Thank you." Oh, and there he is, Merlin.
Yay!
And and says, "Gold and silver, clothing from far distant lands, these are surely gifts worthy of a king. Yet you, Uther, deserve more, for surely no one in the world has ever sat as high a throne as you, not even the emperors of Rome." Uther kind of was like, "Yeah, that's right."
Go on.
Yet even you lack one thing.
Oh.
At which point Uther kind of frowns, like, "Hey." And there's some murmuring, "Ooh, how dare anyone talk about the king like that? Such a great man deserves nothing but the best, and he who would bring peace to the whole of our great land deserves all that would help him to obtain it. And so I, your humble servant, am pleased to offer you from my weak hands this." And he produces the sword that you took from the lake last year.
All right.
And
Like that.
and with gentle, holding it like a baby, he presents it to Uther, who takes a couple steps forward now, and is sort of agog at it. Merlin's holding it with his sleeves of his robe doubled up over his hand so he doesn't tarnish the metal, and he's handing it up. And he says, "For the High King, Excalibur, the sword of victory."
Helped him get Excalibur.
Yeah,
He just
we
used
did.
us.
Yep.
Totally got used. And so, Uther takes it and is just kind of looking at it reverentially. And he says, "Surely now no one can stand before me." And Merlin says, "All you need to do now is remain just."
What's Uther's just?
Is he noted for his just? That's a good question. So, he says, Uther says, "Well, now I am prepared to go pay a visit to some friends of mine." And there are some rueful chuckles from nearby. This is a cause to celebrate then. We will move the feast out here into the courtyard so that all may participate. Yes! Bring forth the tables and make a place at my right hand for Merlin.
I'm not gonna lie, Kinray's pride is kind of like, hey, we helped him get that.
Yeah.
we deserve to have something said.
And the rest. All right. Let's see. Is Uther
that
noted?
pagan pride.
Yeah. Get you every time.
So is everyone aware of the significance of Excalibur?
Some yes, some no.
Would we
know?
I mean, I think that we get a sort of, because we got it from a, mysterious lake knight.
Right.
I mean, that in
part
and of
it.
itself, it gives it some level of. Let's see. No, Uther is not particularly known for his justness.
Oh, great. Let's give him the best weapon. What could possibly go wrong?
You can all make folklore rolls to see what you know about Excalibur.
What I'm getting at. I've got folklore.
No.
And I failed by one.
Yeah,
Nuts.
Aw.
Nuts.
I would too, and I got a 6, which isn't.
Yeah?
It's better than an 18. Where's folklore?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
No.
two,
Oh,
it's
I
just
made
the
it. She
things.
made it. Yay.
I was
11. Out of 11.
Virgil critted.
Oh, you critted it.
Yes.
Nice.
Sweet.
Crit your law
Well,
then.
he does read.
That's
yeah,
right.
well, the folklore is included
Yeah.
under his law skill, so
So check that.
That's
baby.
right.
check it out.
Ooh.
Check it.
Check it.
So yes, perhaps Virgil, you fill in your compatriots on the history.
Well.
Let me tell ya.
Yeah.
And
What? Thank you.
okay. So as the tables are being brought out, you do see Merlin speaking with Earl Roderick and pointedly looking at the three of
Ah, yay!
Oh.
Hooray.
We're getting noticed, for better or for worse.
you.
For worse, probably.
Well, still noticed.
No, our good Lord would never.
Never do that.
No.
No.
He knows us.
All
Where's
right.
Ned?
So basically you're still all kind of seated according to rank. So being vassal knights, you're seated kind of in the mid area of the feasting tableau.
Okay.
Not too close to the king, but not all the way in the back.
Not at the kitty table?
Not at the kitty table.
Awesome.
We can still see him.
Yeah.
You can still see him. Yes. You're not in the nosebleeds. And so servants began bringing food down from the hall. You're all wrapped in your cloaks, and you can see your breath fogging up in front of you as you talk. But it's the cheer is definitely good. And of course, you're sitting at table with a fellow Salisbury knight. The top hunter in the county.
Oh. Must be Cormac.
Indeed, it is. So, it is a royal feast. So that's 4 rounds. So I'm going to need app rolls from everyone, please.
I got a 5.
Pass.
Pass.
8.
2.
I pass.
Y'all passed. Excellent.
Thank
And
you.
normally the maximum people who can pass is equal to the number of rounds, but that's 4. So all of you get
perfect.
a feast card.
Yay! Just pick any card.
Pick any old card. Yeah. I just feel like inside the actor's studio with that huge pile of cards.
Ooh.
Oh.
A keg of meat is opened. Choose temperate or indulgent at -2 or +2.
Nice.
This is perfect.
Someone tried to arrange another marriage with Virgil.
No, tired.
Oh, nice. Well, you're just getting started.
Yeah.
All right, so what did Wolfram get?
Icy glances. I bump into someone I dislike and exchange icy glances with them. Random night if necessary. Roll for
Could
giving
be Sir
vengeful.
Lycus.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd say you bump
that'd be
into Sir
perfect.
Lycus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's culture.
All right, forgiving vengeful.
All right, roll that forgiving.
I pass the forgiving.
Okay, so you passed the forgiving. What does it say?
Forgiving 10 glory and possible status boost
Nice.
if the other knight is modest.
Oh, let me roll.
Yeah.
All right, so for Lycus,
If he passes as modest.
oops. Yes, he did.
Okay then.
So, so icy glances are exchanged, but the moment passes, and
For
Oh, yes.
not going bananas.
I got it. So yeah, I mean, you continue to make yourself look good in the eyes of your former lord.
Okay.
Maybe I misjudged you.
Oh!
All those years.
I loved your bio, by the way. Just I hate him so much. Please.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
me.
so Virgil
Good.
got
You don't
tired.
do
What does that
welcome.
mean?
Yeah.
It's a red
You
text
feel
one.
tired and think about retiring.
Okay, that means you
For a
can't.
little
afford
guy,
it.
you know,
It makes
so much
sense.
beer and yeah, it's
Aw.
cold.
All right, so what do you have to do?
Cold, right?
Right, yeah.
It is
I don't
cold.
take it
Yeah,
well.
yeah, that's true. That is true.
That was my. I didn't know what to
Yeah.
do today. All right.
So what do you
I'm
have to
gonna roll
do?
up under a blankie, and I do. Looks like.
Oh, you're gonna
Okay.
leave the feast?
Oh, looks well.
What does it say?
Oh yeah, lazy equals leave feast.
Damn. All right, Virgil checks out early.
Wow.
Go ahead and check your lazy, I guess.
Okay.
All right, and so we'll.
I made an
Kinrain
indulgent roll at a
got.
+2 and I passed it.
Excellent. Woo!
Nice.
All right, so let's see here. Let's figure out what they're
Kinrain's
serving.
drinking.
It says mead. It was a keg of
Oh, mead.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Let's see. I can grab that here.
Does it make me even more irresistible and charming?
It makes you quite possibly hammered. Let's see here.
Well, I rolled low in my success. So I at
Okay.
least didn't like.
So I'll need
crit my
a
indulgent.
I'll need a con
Injure
roll
yourself.
then.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, 19.
That's a fail.
Oh.
I got a regular success. Okay. So let's see here. You are now moderately drunk. You get a +5 to flirting, orate, lustful, reckless, indulgent, and valorous, -5 to everything else.
Nice.
Whoa.
So all the fun stuff, I get a +5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll get that air after all.
Just bring the keg over here, thank you. All right, and
Just
Connor...
leave it. Just leave it.
Yeah.
I'll help myself. I'll help myself.
Connor got a.
Cormac got.
I mean, Connor. Why do I keep calling Connor? Cormac. Thank you.
Another knight offers you a game of Quidwill.
Yes.
Good whittle.
With
There's like
It's like feathers in your mouth.
10 letters and no vowels.
Really?
Yes, it's the.
GWY.
It's a Celtic board game.
GDBWYLL.
Game.
Oh wow.
Quidwill.
And
If I get a critical win, 20 glory plus a status boost, a regular success, 10 glory, partial success, 5 glory, or if I fumble, -2 app, and a status
Oh.
loss, I can play up to 3 times depending on what time the game started.
Nice.
it's opposed gaming rules.
Yeah. So the anglicized way of pronouncing it is Fitchel.
Fitchel,
Fitchel.
who I must play.
Yes, yes.
A young knight cannot say no.
Ancient Celtic board game. Yep. So.
You're gaming within a game.
Oh, it's so meta.
Here we go.
All right. So very good. Just okay. So yes, go ahead and roll against your gaming.
Against my gaming. which is
Oh.
Hey, I critted one of my 3s once.
possible.
It's totally
it can happen.
possible.
crit is if I hit 3 exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A 10.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I also failed.
Okay.
So you are locked in a game here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll continue on until the next round. Okay. So app rolls from Kinrain and Wolfram.
Someone's sleeping.
Yeah.
Fail.
Succeed.
Succeed. Okay. So card for Kinrain, and what does Wolfram want to do? Intrigue, flirt, or drink?
I want to try flirting.
Okay. Go ahead and make that flirting roll.
Oh God. Another jug of ale is open. She's temperate versus indulgent.
Keep it coming.
Wow.
I have to roll indulgence. It's my higher one.
it.
Slightly higher. I failed.
Okay, so you can make a temperate roll.
I pass.
Okay. Very good. So ale not sounding so good right
No,
now.
I'm all about the mead apparently.
Yes.
Right. I passed my flirting.
You passed your flirting.
Heyo.
Okay, so
What's your app again?
14.
Nice.
so you catch the eye of Lady Adwin. She's
Yay!
nearby.
Ooh.
I raise my toast to her, to the Lady Adwin,
Aw.
fairest in the land.
Oh.
Hmm. Very good. Very good.
Oh my God! Last night we listened to some Bob Goulet. Just
Uh-huh.
to get the sense
Oh,
of
yeah.
your
Yeah.
voice.
You know what I'm getting at, right?
Oh, it was great.
All right. Very good. So if you want to try and impress her, you can make a courtesy roll.
Yeah, I have a 5 in courtesy.
Oh, you might credit now.
Might credit. Could I
Otherwise-
impassionate roll?
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh.
Let's do that. Let's for
Your honor.
yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can roll. Can I do?
Can I impassion a passion?
No, I'm just trying to think of which would be the best one.
Probably not hatred of Saxons.
Probably not hatred of Saxons. That's
No.
exactly what I was looking at. Though you're right.
I know it's always my highest. But
yeah,
like,
I'll
can I
try
impassion
honor.
this with my hatred of Saxons?
Honor. Okay, make that.
So check your honor.
Nice.
Okay.
You get a +10 to your courtesy.
All right, to my courtesy roll. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Check your courtesy.
Okay. So I managed to catch her as she stumbles or something ridiculous.
Yes.
You know.
Exactly. and then pass it off like, so that no one even realizes that she was being klutzy.
Right.
And you kind of toast her one.
Mhm.
And she smiles and nods.
Have a good night. Okay.
Yep. All right. So that was round 2.
Doesn't
Oh, and
Yeah,
gaming.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's one other thing.
So does the last one count as a partial success, or it's just like we're
You failed it, so no.
we both? Okay. Okay. 4, and my gaming was 3. Damn.
And I missed as well.
Okay.
So this is an epic game of.
Your last
With
one
the-
choose to impassion. I
Okay.
mean, if you want to use an impassioned one
What?
to win.
So that would raise my gaming. What would be? Is there a cost to that?
If you have to roll
you fail
this and pass this, and if you do, then when you roll this, you get to add 10 to your roll and then 10 to your skill.
Okay.
And if you critical it, you had 20.
Nice.
But if you fail,
Then you lose some of this, which is very bad.
Oh,
Or
I
you
see.
can mope around.
And you feel mopey. Yep.
Okay. Let's see what happens next one.
Okay, so app rolls from Wolfram and Kinrain for round 3.
Lame.
Make it.
Virgil.
snort away.
Hey, you left the feast.
Yeah.
You're in your tent. All right. So
7.
succeed.
Pass it.
Okay.
I was hoping for a crit.
Okay.
Oh.
my
Oh, no.
goodness.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. What do you got?
Another barrel of ale.
You spot a lady preparing to leave, and you may be able to escort her to her chambers.
Oh!
Level of 16 or higher must roll. Or I roll courtesy. If I get a critical, 20 glory. Success, 10 glory, and you may escort her in this one round. Fumble, -2 to app, and status lost. Roll chaste versus lustful versus her chaste to finish things further and leave the feast. Okay, so it seems like I need to roll courtesy
Make your
first.
courtesy roll first, yeah.
Am
Wow.
I gonna impassion this? With what, my hospitality?
Yeah,
Okay,
that
I'm
could
gonna
totally
impassion
work.
with my hospitality.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great.
which I make.
Check your hospitality.
Yay.
Alright, so I'm rolling courtesy with a plus 10. Choose my courtesy is now 20.
Okay.
I got a 2, so I make it.
You make it. So it's Lady Elaine.
So success is 10 glory, and I may escort her.
Lady Elaine.
And what's her rep?
Her app's pretty good. She's you kind of can sense Mallory, your wife, staring daggers at you though.
Oh,
Because she's
there?
sort of got a reputation as the county hussy.
Nice.
And,
There we go.
Oh yeah.
and actually, she was married once before, but took a peasant lover,
Oh.
and her husband killed him,
Whoa.
Wow.
and then he was later killed.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Turmoily.
Yes. So.
So success, I do get 10 glory. I may escort her, which does mean I miss one.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, if you want, you can. You don't have to. Your wife's kind of
Pissed?
being like, don't even think about it.
Roll chaste versus lustful.
There you go.
Alright.
That's the pagan
Roll
way.
chaste first. I failed that.
All right, make that lustful roll.
I passed that.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Got a
she's
12
got
and a
a lot of
13.
assets, so it's hard to say no. Damn. So check your lustful.
Sweet. I am a lusty pagan.
Yeah.
That's true.
Bring your wife too.
I mean, honestly, Kinrain's probably unbelievable.
Yeah, her app is 18, so.
Oh my god.
Sweet.
Who? Elaine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Like a 12.
So, but she made her chaste roll. So,
It's okay. It's
All
alright.
right then.
yeah, she just said she's not feeling well.
She really just wanted to walk back to her.
Yeah, she's going to take the air, but she thanks you, and a couple footmen from her household, come up and escort her away.
Fair enough.
All right, and Wolfram.
Wayward wife.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Man, if only you guys had switched
Whoa,
cards.
this is nothing. Another knight is looking for his wife and asks
Okay.
if you have seen her recently.
Yes.
Just a moment ago, she brushed past me saying she had something to tell me.
Ooh. Oh.
Choose honest, deceitful. And Wolfram is right down the center of honest,
Nice.
deceitful.
All right, well.
She's got something to tell me, but I don't know what that's about, really. And he may be looking. I honestly don't have enough insight into the situation to choose deceitful.
Right.
So
I'm just gonna let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Fail my honest. Fail my deceitful.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna go with honest.
free to act how you wish.
I'm gonna go with honest and say I actually just saw her a moment ago. And
That's all you need to say.
but then if I rolled the honest, but I didn't see there's a
Honest equals 10 glory, status boost, and the knight leaves with her.
it's not fair for me to pick one of those because I rolled over on both of them.
Well, yeah, but
You chose, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could have chosen that since you had that ultimate decision.
gain deceitful, gain gossip worth +2 at a time of your choosing. That's pretty good.
That was pretty good. But
All right. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
So, you do the right thing. It's a knight from Somerset, so, best not to meddle in the affairs of these foreigners.
I don't need any more. Like us.
Okay, and one last gaming roll then.
Yes,
And
and
you're
so
gonna
I'm
impassion
gonna impassion it with my honor, which is 16.
All
Okay.
right, this is it
So you
now.
roll your honor first.
Mm-hmm.
9, so I
Yes!
got that.
Check
All
your
right.
honor.
Awesome.
Alright. Okay, so I fail it still.
Really?
I got a 14 and a 13.
Oh.
No, wait, no. Well, it adds 10?
Yeah,
Or it
yeah.
adds?
And you
10,
had
yeah.
3,
10.
yeah.
It's still 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I failed again as well.
Oh.
Even with the gaming of 13.
Wow.
Yeah. So at the end, it's a draw.
There's a draw.
Yeah. And you'll definitely get some glory for that.
Okay.
Hey, has it been 4 rounds yet?
Up to
No,
3
that was
rounds.
round 3.
No, only 3 rounds.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's only 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I was like, wait a minute.
Can't be it.
All right. So, what was this gaming? Yeah. New round of app rolls from everyone except Virgil.
I make it.
Make it.
Fail.
Fail. Okay. So you can choose flirting, intriguing, or drinking.
Do intriguing.
Intriguing.
Roll your intrigue.
Oh, there you go.
God, it's really
Where's the little guy?
Yeah,
Failed it.
exactly.
Failed it. All right.
Oh, I don't have one of these. Oh,
Huh.
okay.
Oh, another one. Annoyed by something, a knight slaps a serving maid soundly across the chest.
This happens to you a lot.
Embarrassed. Choose just versus arbitrary to intervene for 10 glory or ignore. Yeah. Now I have to. My just is 17 now.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's major.
Alright. And I make it.
All right.
So I must intervene.
Mm-hmm.
10
10
glory.
glory though.
Because you're just awesome.
Yeah.
Kimberly's just that way.
If other knights intervene in opposed glory roll determines the winner. Okay. Intervention foregoes the app versus app roll, but may inflame the situation.
Okay. Let's see here.
A lot of serving maids getting slapped. I mean,
Well,
Change your ways.
yeah. Rougher times, you know. Let's see here. Intervene, 10 glory, intervention. Inflame the situation. Okay, sure. So, yeah, it is.
better not be the same one.
Who was it last time?
Sir Wash. Not Sir Wash, but the guy who's played by Wash. The best swordsman in.
Oh, Jeridan.
Yeah, Jeridan.
Right,
Which
right.
I'm pretty sure he and I are buddies, actually.
You are, yes. You had a bro moment. Whoa. Of bonding and
Bro bonding.
bro bonding.
A branding.
And
Branding.
and no, this is actually Sir Pace's friend, Sir Amig.
Oh. What the hell, Amig?
Mm-hmm.
It's about a 9 on the tension scale there.
Sir, you present yourself.
So yes, he says, well, the clumsy girl spilled my drink all over my lap here, and he points, and sure enough, there's frothing ale all over his lap.
Sir, your behavior is not in keeping with the Christmas spirit.
Ah,
Very
I like it.
nice. Yeah.
From a pagan
I'm also
yet.
very generous, so this is like... what the-
Let's see how he feels about that. He sort of glumly nods and signals for his squire to come over and mop him off. So,
He acknowledges.
yeah.
That's
All
good.
right.
All right, and Wolfram?
A serving lady asks for assistance in taking a drunken knight to his bed.
Ah,
Choose generous.
The parallels.
I know, right?
It's good. It's good stuff.
All right, I'll choose generous. See if I pass. And I pass, so I will help.
Okay.
I gain 10 glory and leave feast for 1 round.
Okay, so you're out of the
I'm out of
feast,
the game.
basically. Yeah. 10 glory. All right, very good. Thank you. Okay, very good. So that's like an 8-hour feast. And
That I slept through?
Yes.
Good job, Verge.
so yeah, you actually emerge from your tent as the sun's going down. You're like,
Right.
Yeah. That is something.
Maybe somebody put something in your drink or something to knock you out.
Maybe.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, like the alcohol.
Did they have? Yeah.
You like the alcohol? Yeah.
Shouldn't have chucked that ale
I guess
right at the
not.
beginning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so, but yeah, you kind of make your way back to the feasting area, just in time to see Roderick standing up and toasting Uther one last time. There's sodden trenchers all over the tables and empty goblets, and a few knights are under the tables sleeping already. And but Roderick stands up and he says, "With the permission of my lord Merlin, I should like to call forth 3 of my own knights, Sir Virgil, Sir Wolfram, and Sir Kinrain, and have them tell an account of how Excalibur was retrieved from the lake."
Okay, so I'm gonna do a compose roll.
All right. I got it.
Mhm.
Oh.
Make it.
Yes.
All right, so that'll give you a +5 to your orate.
Sweet. Make it.
Excellent. So you tell the story. What did you roll for your orate?
A 3.
A 3. Okay. So you tell the story of the Sword Lake as Virgil and Wolfram nod, at appropriate times.
That's right.
Oh, Virgil, you took one of the swords off the
Yes.
Nuka-Levi, right?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you can kind
It's
of
in my
show
room.
that off.
You can, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I bring it.
Mm-hmm.
He was slimy. He was a slimy one.
Yeah.
Horse and man but one. Oh.
Yeah.
And made of algae.
That's right. And water.
Mm-hmm.
Like a pond flute.
Let's see.
Yeah, his final one. That's the noise he made. We got him right for the gizzard.
All right. So, and so basically on that happy note, Christmas Day winds to a close, and in due course you all return to your manors.
Oh, okay.
Et cetera, et cetera.
We're breaking camp then.
Yes,
All right.
exactly. And you attend to your lands and your petty concerns.
Hey!
Hey now.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. I'm wearing a cardboard belt. But you all receive letters from the Earl, which are of course read to you by your steward.
Right.
Except for me.
Except for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, me, Virgil.
Get a load of this one.
He's well, I say all of you, I should say the three of you receive letters. He's actually offering you a choice in how you wish to discharge your duty this year.
All right, that's nice.
He, along with King Uther and Duke Ulfius of Silchester, will be riding north to Lindsey to meet with the Duke of Lindsey. And try and sort of bring him to heel. He's sort of a recalcitrant duke.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's intriguing.
Oh yes, it's not on your local map there.
It's not.
Let me
It's
show
far,
you.
far away.
Far, far away.
All right. Well, then I'll stop
Well, Lindsay
looking
is
for
way
it.
up north, isn't it?
Indeed it is. So, let's see here. You are here, and Lindsay is here.
Oh,
Wow.
Way up north.
All right.
So,
That's option A.
Option A. Option B is that the planned invasion of the continent is not going to go through. However, Maddock will be leading some boats on a raid against some Saxon fleets along the coast this summer. And you are free to sail with him if you wish.
I'm a horseman. I'm not into boats.
So you're voting
I don't
north?
even live near a river. I mean.
What say you, Virgil?
Well, I don't mind the water, but that much travel sounds like quite an adventure.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's what's appealing to me. Is
Yeah.
what we see on the way. It might be
Exactly.
exciting.
It's the journey, yeah.
But what about our buddy Cormac? What's he doing?
I don't know. I haven't seen
Can
Cormac
we
since
pick him
the
up on
feast.
the way, maybe?
We could just
Or
swing
maybe
by his-
Cormac's going to be doing whatever it is you guys decide to do, just by default.
Just by default, possibly.
Honestly, I feel like my fealty to my lord would dictate that I escort him if he need.
It's a little more personal.
Yep. Let's do it.
Be
It's-
close
it's-
to Uther, but I do love my lord.
It does sort of boil down to: do you want to serve Salisbury, or do you want to serve the royal household?
I'm about serving my lord.
I'm about the adventure.
Yeah, so am I.
North.
All right, north it is, and yes, Sir Cormac is tapped to ride in the escort of Earl Roderick.
Gotta make my name.
Great.
Would it be appropriate to send a note or something to Vivian before I leave?
Absolutely.
Letting her know that I'm on.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Tell her.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Not quite. What's appropriate? Could I tell
I
her
can help you
like
compose a poem.
Perfect. Yes.
Little Cyrano action going on over here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind?
Let's see how well I do.
All right.
I'll make it.
Oh, great. Okay, so I will transcribe whatever you say.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'll
Yeah,
I'll orient it. I'll dictate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Lady Vivian.
Oh, that's great. Oh, wow. It's
Eyes like liquid pools of water.
beautiful. Patsy, send us off.
Excellent.
Right.
Alrighty. And so with that, 4 weeks after Pentecost, you depart with a relatively small escort for the king. It's Uther and Duke Ulfius, Earl Roderick, and their associated households. So about 150 people altogether. And yes, make your way north. So you ride along the decaying old Roman road out through the White Horse Hills, over the Cotswolds.
This road is the one thing the Romans did right. The only thing they knew how to do. Building an aqueduct is the only thing they got right. Damn them.
Indoor plumbing.
What was that?
Indoor, yeah.
You can't
What did you say?
You can't hear me.
You overnight at
Go
Donington, Wanborough, Cirencester, Bourton, Kyneton, Lambore Castle, Leicester, Castle Hill near the Lincoln Forest. And in due course, enter into the lands of the Duke of Lindsey and
I'm
catch
happy to
sight.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No.
Regale anyone with the brilliance of Roman architecture.
Yes,
You know,
indeed.
Arches.
Let's try not to kill him. Let's try not to kill him.
Are you sure you're loyal to the crown? Damn Romans.
But you arrive at the town of Lincoln, which
But
is
we mustn't forget.
built inside the remains of an ancient Roman fort. So
Okay.
more chances to talk about
More
Rome.
chances to brag.
Oh, excellent. Yes. And I keep at it as long as anyone's listening.
Are you proud? Are you a proud person?
Oh, let's see.
Because that I think would be interesting to know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, not so much. I'm rather modest.
Okay.
But you do. But you're not really talking about
you're doing
yourself.
it earnestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just.
Yeah.
It's not
It's something you're
unfounded.
passionate about, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Just sharing the knowledge.
Just information. Yeah. Just in case you know.
No, what you do know is that the Duke of Lindsey is one of the members of the Supreme Collegium, and as such, he is in charge of electing a High King. And so it's in Uther's best interest to get as many people on his side as he can.
All right, that changes
That
the matter.
lofty ambition. And so yeah, Lincoln it's a small town situated within a perfectly square Roman walls. But when you reach the castle set into the walls atop a high rise, turns out the Duke is not present.
What?
Yeah, he's not there.
What?
The steward promises that he will be back soon, and so all of you are just kind of left hanging out.
Oh my god. This is unbelievable.
What a jerk.
So,
You know he's there. He just doesn't want to come out.
Exactly. I saw him in the window. But of course, what do nobles do when there's nothing else? They have a hunt.
Okay.
All right. Cormac's excited.
Yay!
Hunting.
His first year as a knight, and we're going.
That's right. So, this far north, it's going to be a hunt for red deer.
Ooh.
Ground is relatively clear. It's sort of undulating moors and small patches of woods. And so Uther and company assemble outside of Lincoln, and horns are blown, and you are all off on your way.
Okay.
So. All right. So you have to decide whether you're hunting as an individual or as part of a group. Each group should appoint a lead hunter who makes hunting rolls on behalf of the group.
I want, I have two. So.
You have a two?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to
So-
go with a group.
so
I might
we'll-
want to go by myself.
You want to go
Really?
on your own?
Well, if it's only a deer,
It's true.
I don't know. Because I feel like, we were hunting for bears and boars.
That's
That's
different.
definitely.
Yeah.
For a deer, though, it might be more sportsmanly to be one man against one deer.
Yeah, that's a
that's
good
true.
point. That's a really good point. I'm gonna go with that. I'll go on my own too.
We'll go on.
Although
Okay,
Virgil's
so-
welcome to come with me.
Okay, I'll come.
Great.
And Cormac,
I'm
of
starting to
course.
enjoy your knowledge of architecture.
Oh,
So, that's
about time.
Yeah.
Whatever the modest mouse.
Guess maybe I'm still a little bent out of shape about, Sir Pace being gone.
Yeah.
People are getting to be
Whatever happened to
nice.
that guy?
Just running crazy naked in the woods somewhere. I wonder if he lost more than a fortnight.
Oh dear.
Still
All right.
staring at that dewdrop.
Okay, so let's see. Go ahead and make a hunt roll then, everyone.
All right.
Oh, except
Made
for
it.
Virgil doesn't have to make it since you're Wolfram.
Oh, great. Okay.
Made it.
Okay. Made it. Made it. Okay. Very good. Okay.
The music's
So.
I know.
Such great. I'm just enjoying the music all on its own.
So you pick up a trail of a deer as you all kind of fan out over the countryside. Periodically you'll hear a horn blast off in the distance here or there. You'll see the king's hunting party quarter-mile distant, Duke
Okay.
Ulfius nearby, so forth. But you're all on the trail, so that's good.
Is it just one deer or are there many deer?
Many deer.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a forest of deer.
It's a forest full of these red deers.
Or more, if you will. Okay, so let's see here. Now, you're hunting without the use of any leash hounds, so you're going to be at a -5 on your further hunting rolls here.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll on.
Keep it going.
Roll on. And I make it.
Oh.
I make it still.
Got it.
Got
We all
it.
got it. We're all doing great.
Excellent.
Need no hound.
Oh, rolling.
Very nice, very nice.
You have an
Okay.
extra pair of eyes there to help you with the
That's
trail.
right.
so-
Yeah.
It's true.
Smart eyes too.
Mm.
Detail-oriented eyes.
Mm. It's sharp, that one.
Yeah. Watch out.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, now everyone who is hunting make a roll with a +4.
Make it.
Make it.
Okay. Ooh. Let's see here. Okay, very good. And one more roll will get you.
At any modifier?
This one is with a -1.
Okay.
You got it.
Make it.
Make it.
Woohoo!
Nice. All right. So all of you actually end up converging kind of in the same general area.
All right. I'm a sportsman.
Now, let's see. What I'll need is individual hunting rolls, including Virgil,
Mm.
against the deer's avoidance.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Make it.
Failed it.
Crit.
Got 20.
Wow.
Sweet.
Fail.
Fail.
What's a deer look like?
All right. So for Cormac and Virgil, you're going to hit an obstacle.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Virgil, you have to jump a fallen tree, so make a horsemanship roll.
Did you roll
Oh.
a 20?
Great.
I did.
You crit failed.
Oh, that's a fumble.
Oh no.
Nice.
I was nervous.
Sorry to write you out. It's just exciting.
I make the horsemanship.
You made the horsemanship. Okay. So, but it does slow you down. Meanwhile, Kinrain and Wolfram are charging on ahead. There's no sign of Cormac for some reason.
Oh god.
Over the side of a cliff.
No!
I never saw it coming.
Yeah, Indiana Jones style. All right,
Jump over a
so
bush and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I think it went this way.
Could be marsh something.
and Wolfram, you got a crit on
did.
your.
You did.
You nailed it right out of the money.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so you're gonna get first shot on this deer, and you'll. Yeah, it's just an automatic hit actually. So just go ahead and roll double damage.
Nice.
Yikes.
Is it steer?
Double damage.
Mm-hmm.
Crikey, Governor. All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
This is a lot of.
I'm pretty
lot
sure
of
that deer
dice here.
exploded.
Exactly. Yeah.
35.
Goodness.
35. Wow.
You kill it and
Its head
its
just
skin falls
comes
off
off.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
It roasts itself.
It's in a bag with potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I kill it?
Actually, that reminds me of a picture I saw yesterday of this reindeer grappling antlers with another reindeer, except it was the severed head of a reindeer that was like half rotted.
Yes.
But it was like still grappling it.
Yes.
You know, like,
It's locked on there.
it was locked on there. Yeah, it was like serious business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't you think about taking my woman?
Yeah, exactly. Give it up, Carl. He's dead. All right, so you drive the spear into the deer's flank and basically drive it down to the ground.
Okay.
Was it odd or even damage you did? 32, right? It's 30.
I thought it was even, actually. I thought it was 34. But it doesn't matter.
20, 30, 34.
34. Okay, good. So you don't even shatter your lance.
Well put, sir. Well
That's very
put.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice.
So it's flailing about a bit. Just needs a coup de grace, basically, which
Okay.
Kinrain can deliver. Go ahead and roll your spear.
Crit it.
Yeah!
Wow.
Nice.
Beautiful.
All right.
Are you
Well,
going to get checks for critting?
definitely checks to your spear expertise, checks to your hunting,
Oh.
and you're quite triumphal.
This is a magical theory.
Indeed.
The music says
Perhaps it
something.
has magnificent antlers we can present the Earl.
Something, yeah.
It's
something good.
it is a
Wow.
10 point heart actually.
That's not bad.
So
Wow.
there you go. So meanwhile,
Yes.
Cormac.
Yes.
is,
I'm on the trail.
yes.
Guys, it's over here.
It's over here. No. Yeah, you've definitely gotten off the trail. Go ahead and give me an awareness roll.
Fail it.
Oh my god.
Okay, excellent. give
place looks familiar.
give me a valorous roll.
All right.
Oh!
Valorous. I got that one.
Okay.
All right. So you don't know why, but the hairs on the back of your neck are suddenly standing up.
Oh
Something
no.
smells wrong.
You're in amongst sort of a light woodland. There's a stream running by nearby,
Huh.
and you suddenly become aware that there is a creature near to where you are that is stooping to take a drink from a pool of water in this stream.
That's her base.
God, I wish.
He made it all the way to Lindsay.
If Shimp was here, I would have.
Yeah, it would be him.
Yeah.
The creature.
He's wearing a wolf pelt and nothing else.
Third pace would be bunny pelts. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. But give me a fairy lore roll.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa! All right, check your fairy lore. Oh, that's right. You have a pretty high one.
10.
Yeah. Okay, so you recognize this as a creature that you thought was really just mythical, like even in a world where you acknowledge that things like giants can exist.
Oh my god.
This is something known as the questing beast.
Whoa!
It's the questing beast.
This is the ultimate hunter's prize.
Woo!
Wow.
It's a strange animal that looks somewhat like a hybrid of a lion, a leopard, a goat, and a serpent, basically.
This will bring me much fame.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, you can try and sneak up on it.
Oh yeah.
All right, give me, let's see. Your best bet is to dismount and just try and get close to it with a dexterity roll.
Okay, I will do that. And yes. Failed it.
Yeah. I got a super duper crit. So
Okay.
so yeah, basically you put like 1 foot on the sort of mossy ground. Doesn't even make a sound, but the thing like lifts its head up, looks around, looks straight at you, and just heads off. And as it starts moving again, you hear this sound that takes you a couple seconds to realize where it's coming from. It's coming from inside its belly, and it's the sound of barking hunting dogs and bells ringing.
Ah, that's where the dogs went. Could I take
And
a
so-
Could I get a quick shot on?
Whoa.
Could I do have a fast horse. I'm trying to chase him down.
You do actually. Let me check the stats on this
Old
bad
Deirdre.
boy. Let's see here. Here it is. What's the move?
9.
Yeah, it moves off with almost supernatural speed.
Okay.
with this baying of hounds and tinkling of bells.
I'm gonna try like one, just sort of
You want
Hail Mary shot.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a bow?
First question. No, I don't.
He actually did ask me yesterday if he could have a crossbow. I said I didn't know if they
That's
were
what.
around yet.
Yeah.
It's not, well, they are, but they're not really considered very knightly.
Oh.
Yeah.
A spear, perhaps?
You're sort of expected to get up close and personal,
Alright.
if at all possible.
Yeah.
All right, but give me another awareness roll.
I got it.
Okay, so as it zips off like lightning, you hear behind you the sound of a mounted armored man riding up.
Wow.
What is this?
Perhaps another member of the hunting party.
It's a Green Knight again.
Here it comes.
But no, it is actually a knight in full armor.
Mm-hmm.
You're all, of course, just wearing your hunting togs,
Oh.
This fellow is fully armored, without squire or retinue. Spear slung over his shoulder. You can give me a heraldry roll at a +5.
Ooh. Somebody.
+5. Failed it.
Okay. So that's his coat of arms, but you don't recognize it. Okay. And so he rides up, and he's a powerfully built man with a scruffy beard and piercing eyes. And he says, "You there! Have you seen a magnificent beast pass by?"
I've seen
That's what he
just
looks
one
like.
beast.
Ah!
Yes.
Yeah, I can tell by the voice.
Yeah. Yes, it went that way.
Very good. So he kind of, looks around, almost seems to sniff the air, lets out a great whoop of the chase. Ha-ha! And he's off. And so he just goes galloping off after the questing beast.
Good luck. That thing was fast.
Yeah.
Even on a full belly.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I count that as a win. I saw it.
That's right.
It's real.
That's right.
Definitely.
It's a Christmas miracle.
You get a little glory from that. Well, it's
Yeah.
summertime, but.
Oh.
It's a solstice miracle.
There we go. It's
Yeah.
4 weeks after Pentecost miracle.
So that's kind of
All right. So I'm just gonna hit the bathroom. I'll be right back.
okey-dokey, Smokey.
Interesting.
The quest beast.
There it was. Smelled bad.
Maybe that was the night. I don't know.
What part of it was serpent, right? It was lion?
Right. Leopard.
Leopard.
lion.
Serpent and goat.
Yeah.
See, that doesn't make any sense.
Maybe it had goat legs, leopard body,
horns.
lion head.
But
Yeah, or goat horns, but where's the serpent?
Tail? Like the back end?
Maybe.
Yeah, I
two,
like
Yeah.
that
like
idea.
two
Like a
goat,
rattly-
two goat front legs and then a serpent back.
Well, it wouldn't be fast.
Mm-mm. But I could see like maybe.
Could have a
The
tail.
neck.
So yeah,
The neck,
serpent,
yeah.
just a serpent tongue.
Pancreas.
Yep.
Could have like, yeah, maybe serpent tongue, serpent tail.
Serpent tongue.
4 legs, but maybe
Oh,
2 are
yeah.
goat, 2 are, leopard or something.
If it's fast, it's probably got leopard legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Leopard tail.
What if it was scaling? Everything else.
Which is like a lion's mane on it.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
Oh man. And definitely big cat whiskers.
Oh, yeah.
Since-
With its big goat horns. And
Yeah.
forked tongue.
Oh yeah.
I think we got it.
There it
I
is.
think we got it.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Classic.
That'll be my crest.
You'll go home and like
Oh, you
start
know?
stitching a tapestry of it.
Yeah. No one will believe you.
Nobody.
Like, oh, come on.
You liar.
Not again.
Then you'll find these weird marginal magazines that you can subscribe
That's
to.
Small print, right?
Yeah. No
All
margin.
across the whole, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it too, I tell you.
The truth. The truth. So yes, we'll fast forward to later on back in
Blame
the
it on
hall.
me.
You can tell the story of what you encountered if you wish. You can make an orate roll.
I almost had it. And this other knight came upon me.
Scared it off.
Took my bow.
Gotta wait.
All
Hey,
right.
you made it.
I got
Made
it.
All
Nice.
right.
Oh.
All right, so you tell the tale in front of Earl Roderick and others, and
Dripping.
basically the nobles recognize your description of the knight. He is King Pellinor de Gales, one of the great knights of the land. who has of late been neglecting his kingly duties in pursuit of the questing beast.
Luck.
Beware the questing beast, they say, for it can, yes, consume you.
He was a man that looked and sounded consumed.
Indeed. And so, but yes, otherwise, about a half a dozen deer were bagged in the hunt, so you have a couple nights of good meals.
What are antlers like on the scale?
Yeah. How do we stack up?
This is a stack of racks, right?
Yeah. Where are we at?
10-pointer.
Yeah, no, so you're kind of middle to high, The
Right.
king, of course, got a 15
sure.
point, so
Did he now?
he did. Someone pulled up in a car and pulled it out of a trunk and left it home. Hey, I killed a deer. All right, so... But in due time, after a couple more days of waiting, Duke Corneus of Lindsay comes back. Now, you can all make intrigue rolls as you've been kind of sitting around gossiping.
Ooh, I make it.
Failed it.
I crit failed it.
Nice. And Virgil?
Intrigue woman.
Oh, so absolutely failed it. Yes.
All right. Well, Wolfram, you kind of suss out from the gossip and sort of making idle chit chat with the local Lindsaymen.
Yeah.
That the Duke thinks that King Uther is arrogant and wants too much.
Aha!
And desires proof that Uther is more than a tyrant.
Wow.
Kind of in line with what Kinrain is feeling these days, I think.
Really?
Uther?
Yeah.
Again. Homage of 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
That's
bad.
so good. Yeah.
However, fealty for my lord is 16. It's not that I am without honor or without
Right.
loyalty.
Just this guy.
This guy. I don't know about this guy.
A little iffy.
This guy.
All right, so that's what the skinny is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's the coat of arms for Lindsay.
Well, that's pretty proud.
And that's the Duke himself. He's a northerner. These northerners are roughshod people of the earth, They're not as cultured as you folks from Logris. So.
I mean, who else is?
It's true.
We do not speak of Silchester.
And the feast that he puts on is commensurately more low key. So it's only
really?
a 2-round feast. So I'll need app rolls from everyone.
Okay, 2 rounds. That's good.
Got it.
Make it.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. So we had 3 successes, was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who rolled highest without going over?
10.
I rolled a 3.
5.
All right. So 10 and 5.
And that's exactly how he screamed.
Yeah.
Maybe this feast is just not good enough for you.
Maybe not. Yeah.
It's just so crappy.
Virgil's
Yeah,
not a
the
big
feast,
feaster.
please. Was this takeout? Get out of here.
And so for Kinrain and Virgil, intrigue, flirting, or drinking.
Flirting or drinking? Let's go
They're both
flirting.
good.
I'll go intrigue.
Oh.
What's the gossip?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I crit my flirting.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm liking your character more and more.
Nice. And your wife isn't
What?
here with you this
No,
No,
time.
she's not, which is why I just had to go for flirting.
And
Yeah, I made it.
Major intrigue?
Or, yes.
very good, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm still remembering that meeting.
so Virgil actually, just in the course of chit chat, you kind of turn up some dark hints that Duke Corneus is not just distrustful of Uther, he's afraid of Uther.
Oh, really?
He fears Uther.
Is there any particular reason? Could I try to find out?
If you had critted it, then yes.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Sir Kinrain is making some eyes with one of the local ladies.
Yeah.
One of the local northern ladies.
He does.
No, there's northerners.
Uh-huh. So you can make a lustful roll if you wish, opposed to her
Lord.
chaste.
I made it.
Okay.
Alright.
What'd you roll?
I got an 8.
I failed my chaste.
Yes.
So the rest of you see Kinrain departing the feast. in the happy company of a lady.
What lady?
Do you want to bother asking her name?
Okay, curious. Hey, if she has my bastard, that might matter.
That's true. Let me grab it. Let's see here.
Bastards count. Apparently, Uther's not above, being good to his bastards.
That's true. That's true.
I have a bastard squire. He was put into my service. One of Roderick's, I believe.
Roderick's, I believe.
My own lord's bastard is in my care.
Yep.
Oh, John.
Oh, dear. All right, so her name is Ellen, actually.
Oh.
App 19.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yep.
Cheapers. Good work.
Well done.
I'm just going to make a note of that.
Yeah, do that.
As am I.
Under lover.
Yes, I would do that.
Uh-huh.
Ellen of North. Not to be confused with
The other.
Lord
Countess
Roderick's.
Ellen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, be careful when you're talking about banging Ellen when you're back. All right, so
Just call her North Ellen.
Yeah.
North Ellen. All right, so how about the cards?
I heard a knight insult a lady.
Ooh.
So I can choose just arbitrary or hospitality to intervene for 20 glory or ignore. I will intervene, and I think so. If I go with just arbitrary, I roll them both,
You roll them both.
and if I get one wins, then that's the one. But if I get both, I get to choose.
Yeah.
If you fail both, you choose.
And then or just roll in hospitality.
Let me see here.
Okay, look, because my hospitality is pretty good.
Yeah.
Choose
I
just
think that's-
arbitrary.
that would be that
Choose just arbitrary or hospitality. So you can choose hospitality
I'm gonna go with that.
since you just want to intervene. Yeah. All right, go for that then.
Got it.
Okay.
20
Got
glory.
it. All right.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
Got it here.
So you really checked that other guy.
Yeah, don't just do that.
Smack down.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, it's a lady.
You don't do that.
Can't be insulting a lady.
Hey.
Hey.
I I know that feel.
Of course you're gone by now. All right,
Wow.
so.
I know in the back of my head, oh, you did something good.
Yes.
That guy's all right, Cormac.
Yep.
It's good stuff. Bard's Tale?
Oh.
The bard at the feast tells a tale of fairies. Roll awareness.
Oh.
Hmm.
Of course. I make it.
Okay.
Success is a check to fairy lore.
Nice.
Cool.
So I learned something from this story.
Cool.
Beat
All right.
low fairy lore, so that was a good one.
Yeah, it talks about the questing beast a bit. Speaking of the questing beast.
Let me tell you.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. All right, and so one more round. Need app rolls, please.
I'm assuming
You're out of it.
yeah.
Yep.
That failed.
Indisposed.
Fail and fail. All right. Well, when Renae gets back, we'll see if she
Yeah.
succeeds. Otherwise, intrigue, flirting, or drinking.
I'm gonna flirt.
Okay.
Intrigue?
Okay.
So which do I roll?
Fail.
Oh, there's a flirting. No, fail. Jesus.
All right.
Terrible at flirting.
A whole lot going on in this backwater burg.
Crickets.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you about the questing beast again.
Yeah, let's hear about that
Yeah,
one
we
more time.
heard that one already, buddy.
No, no, really. There was dogs inside the belly.
Dogs, I tell you.
Couldn't be.
Dead dog.
Make your
No
roll,
way.
Virgils.
Oh,
App roll.
app roll. I make it.
Nice.
Yay.
You're the only one who did this round, so you
You're
get
the
a
only
card.
one.
Leave the feast.
Fall asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, that's Lady in Need of Rescue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Perfect.
So, you spot a lady who is doing her best to escape the clutches of an amorous knight.
Ooh. Oh no.
No, no.
Just kidding, just kidding.
This is a success. This is a success.
If you wish, you can intervene, and if successful, you will gain +5 to all future rolls with her. Wow.
Nice.
Choose a
Nice.
pose: courtesy, deceit, intrigue, or vengeful. To get rid of him, a fail or fumble may create trouble.
Okay, so you,
I
you can
wanna
oppose your
create trouble
courtesy, deceit, intrigue, or vengeful against his.
Okay.
We have a high intrigue, although it's here.
I have a high courtesy.
Yeah, it's all under law, right? Courtesy and intrigue, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
I think I'll roll that.
okay,
Excuse me, sir. You're being impolite.
exactly. Hey, you, get your damn hands off her.
I think you'd be way more smooth than that.
Fingers crossed. Yep. Oh, I make it.
Yeah, that would be if it was a fumble. Good, you made it. I failed mine.
Oh,
So
okay.
so basically, you totally shut him down.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
The lady said no.
Nice.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Which is kind of funny considering how small Virgil is. You know,
Yeah.
totally.
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not sleeping
He's like
in bed.
twice your size, but you totally
Some of your distinction features.
Courtesy
fend him
him.
off. Yeah.
Oh, I have a great accent.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got a magical voice and like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you could have used
He's
like
disarmed. My accent. I
ridicule or
guess.
something and just.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, size of 8
is
is
a way.
approximately 80 pounds. So,
Are you serious? I didn't know that. Really?
I'm curious, what are the other
Impossible.
sizes
what are
we
you?
went
What's
to?
your size?
We're the same
I'm a
size.
14.
I'm a 14 as well.
14 is approximately 147.
Oh, it's still not very big.
11.
These people
111.
were smaller back then.
111. That's a lot of ones.
So
It
I'm
is.
like a little.
You're a little guy.
Little guy.
Yeah.
You're elf-like.
Exactly.
There you
Yeah,
go.
or-
There you go.
Almost even the dwarf. Kind of.
Well, let's not go nuts. All right, so. All right.
Wow.
I wouldn't.
So yes, she
Wow.
she's quite upset, but she flashes
There.
she flashes you a smile, and
Oh,
she's
okay.
she's whisked away by her ladies in waiting. But you hear her asking after you, like, who was that night? You know.
Oh, interesting.
Very good.
Hmm? Okay. So, meanwhile, the king and the duke have been sitting up at the high table conversing. And so at that point, Uther turns to the hall and he says, "Where is Sir Kinrain?"
Oh!
Whoops.
So there's crickets.
Yep.
And he says, huh?
He's pissing out back.
Yeah, he's not back yet. So,
Yikes.
Oh no.
and so Earl Roderick says, I believe he had to excuse himself, sire. I'm sure one of his compatriots, though, will step forth and tell the story. Virgil?
This
Oh
intro?
yes.
Either one of you?
Story.
Yes.
Story.
The story of the sword in the lake.
High orate, at least.
Oh, this.
Oh right, that story. Okay, everyone sit down. Oh, you're sitting. Okay.
So yeah, you can do either orate or singing if you wish to do a musical version of it.
I will
Although
stick to
first
orate.
we're
I have a
gonna
singing, like one for singing. so.
Do you have orate? You want to take this? for
Yes.
orate? All right, do it.
Yeah, I have 10 for orate. How
Make
many?
it go.
Okay.
You want to impassionate?
Oh!
Would that be a natural 20?
Yes.
Oh! Whoa!
Did Virgil get nervous?
I guess so. Or I.
Yeah.
Did I drink?
Sing it and save your
Yeah.
asses.
Yeah, no, basically you freeze up with
Okay,
everyone
so-
looking
Oh
at you.
no, that's the worst.
That's pretty bad.
So Wolfram, you're gonna have to step in.
All right,
Do you want to
I'm
impassionate?
gonna impassion.
Oh,
Alright.
why?
Impassion
That's
for
right, Wolfram.
for homage. To Liege.
Yeah.
Make that.
Check it.
Okay.
So that's
Way
a
to
plus
save
10.
our asses.
Plus
Yeah, no
10
kidding.
to singing.
I'm imagining myself in Virgil's place.
Ah,
I'd
you're
be
gonna-
completely red, you know? Like,
It's a horrible feeling.
Yeah.
You're so pale already.
All right, so of course I make that.
All right, very
so
good.
I'll
What'd
break
you
into
roll?
song about the
What was your dice roll on that?
8.
8. Okay. Very good. So, and it was a command performance. So you get extra glory for that.
Oh, awesome.
Wow, nice.
What my friend Virgil here is saying is that this needs to be sung.
That's right.
No. So yeah, you sing a fine rendition of the tale.
How many Wolfram?
Do I get to break into song here? Is this acceptable?
I'm waiting with bated breath.
And we all rode together.
Exactly. And so and so basically you get up to the point where you defeat this terrible water creature, and you see Merlin retrieving the sword.
Right.
And
It happened.
And you pause for breath, and and Uther sort of leads some applause, sort of cuts you off.
And, it does one of the. All right, dog.
But he's smiling the whole time.
All right,
he's digging it.
Right.
And then
I just wanted to know about the sword.
and then he says, Merlin, can you tell us more of the sword? And Merlin, meanwhile, has been like hanging out in this alcove the whole time.
Right.
So he kind of like hops down and walks over, and he says, "Why, yes, my liege, it is the high history of Excalibur,"
Yes.
and kind of goes through that, and ends the tale by again withdrawing the sword from his robes, much the same way that he did in Sarum. Although this being an interior hall, all the smoke from the fire seems to be dispelled. All the shadows go away,
Oh wow.
Wow.
and Duke Corneus is just kind of nailed to the back of his chair. You know, just completely agog at this. And most of his knights are kind of impressed in spite of themselves. You know. And Uther's just got this total shit-eating grin on his face. He's just loving the whole thing. So Lindsay turns to Uther and says, "You are truly the great king of Britain, my liege, and I pay you homage yet again." And he kneels down and kisses Uther's rings.
All right, done.
And so yeah, Kinrain finishes up his business.
I'm staggering back into the.
What a miss!
Or swaggering.
Swaggering?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See
swaggering.
better.
See better.
I'm starving. How about the rest of you?
So Merlin had the sword?
Yes. Yes. It was a little,
Yeah.
pre-planned theatricality
He
on
had
their
that in his
part.
pants the whole time.
Exactly. And so over the next day, the delegation begins to pack up and make ready to head south again. But Earl Roderick approaches the four of you, and he says, "You are all outstanding knights in my service. King Uther is bound for our lands again, but he has been speaking of the Centurion King of Malahout, and how to bring him to heel would make this embassy even more successful than it already is. I'm thinking perhaps if you wish, you could ride on to the north and meet with King Heraut to see if he is as amenable as Duke Corneus."
How far north are we talking?
The Centurion King is headquartered in Ibericum.
Centurion.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's
Yeah. We're just on a fact-finding mission. We're just gonna figure out what his angle is.
I know, like.
Basically, what you want to do is, just kind of head north and see how amenable he is to,
All right.
Uther's reign.
Harley, I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stick with my bros.
Mm-hmm.
I'm intrigued by the Centurion title.
Sure.
I bet you would be.
Yeah.
All right, so you ride on to the north, and yes, Ibericum is located. Let's see, there you are in Lincoln, and you're riding from Malahout up here in the great moors
We
of
are
the
far
north.
from home.
Yes, you are.
It's a big adventure.
Actually, is it possible for Cormac to stick behind and look for the questing beast?
Oh,
Wow.
thinking about the questing beast, are we?
it's got
Mel's
you.
mind.
It's totally.
Do you want to hear the story again?
Yes, I want to hear the story again.
It's gotten better.
Yeah, I bet
It's
it
gotten better.
has.
Yeah, he had swords growing out of his head, I tells you.
Spoke to me.
I wasn't even touching the ground.
Have you seen this material I picked up? This printed material.
This printed material. Okay, so you'll be riding north on your own without benefit of a large escort, and so yes.
Full bread time.
Adventure time.
Yes,
Yes.
adventure time.
Yay.
But that does mean you have to consider riding through foreign lands. So, how do you want to proceed? Do you want to kind of ride out in the open and just kind of allow yourselves to be intercepted as you go along? Will
Is
you
it just
try and
four of us?
sneak through? Yes, and your
Let's-
squires.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could have feel like if we're here to represent the king, you know, and gain the people's love and trust for him, it'd probably be the more knightly thing to just be open about it and not sneak. That
Try
way.
and help out if we can.
Yeah, well, especially to try and just, you know, assure people of King Uther's, you know.
Legitimacy?
Yeah, legitimacy and his intentions. If we sneak, they may think that he himself is sneaking.
Right. That's
I'm
right.
talking lovingly for Uther.
Damn it.
Damn it.
It's Afterglow. Okay. So we're
I am
voting
very
then.
just. I am very just.
What
I
do you
believe
want?
in.
What do you
and
want?
honest.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Does it sound
Go
good?
out in the open. Yeah.
Because the other option of the two options would be to sneak.
Well, let's see here.
That we don't
You
know.
can ride openly, you
Or-
can be stealthy, which means you aren't exactly trying to sneak through, but you aren't exactly advertising your presence. You can be careful, which, you know, is... If you
We have
happen
a
to get
choice.
caught, it's okay.
Yeah.
Or you can just try and, like, blaze through and be reckless and just go all the way up to a Burricum, you know, like at a gallop, basically.
I sort of vote for careful. That means that we're not being sneaky.
You travel quickly, skirting the heavily populated areas, but otherwise move along an established human road or path with no stopping to eat or hunt in the daytime.
We have
No, I definitely, at the very least, stealthy. I guess at the most.
Ride through areas where no one lives in the thin, brushy forest referred to as the waste that grows everywhere between villages.
I guess I thought, in terms of degrees, stealthy was above careful.
Now, careful's above stealthy.
Okay. I'd say not so careful then. Again, if we're representing the king.
What do you think? You break the tie. Or
I'm a little
Make it
prideful. Lord Roderick, or Earl Roderick has chosen us to.
I'm pretty reckless, so I'm gonna go blazing.
okay.
I'm for not careful.
Take the biggest
Okay.
roads and ride all out. You will most likely meet local knights this way. Being reckless earns a reckless check for the player knight's leader.
Ta-da! It just happened.
All right, come on, men. Okay, so since Wolfram's leading, he gets to check his reckless and make a horsemanship roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can I make it?
Success. Okay, so you travel 35 miles in approximately the right direction, and at some point during that span, you are intercepted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Approximately in the right direction.
So you know you're riding your horses at a good steady trot. The Roman road continues north along the edges of some moors. At let's
Solid
see.
road, Virgil. Solid road.
At Winteringham, you cross a ferry over a wide river, and then continue on to the north. And somewhere near Pocklington, you hear the baying of dogs and the blasting of horns, indicating that you've been spotted.
They're after us. Pocklington! Okay.
So, what would you like to do?
Let's hold up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, let's see. A half a dozen knights are closing in on you from a nearby side road. You all identify yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they bear the coat of arms of the King of Malahout,
Oh.
and
I forget. Some guy north.
what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's who we're going to see.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
good.
Okay,
Who are
sweet.
we going to see?
Did you
adventure.
hold that up though when
Huh?
you said who we were going to see? Because I don't remember
No,
ever
I
seeing
didn't.
that. Well, then
No.
how would I know that?
Well, I'm showing it to you.
Yes. All right.
Yes, and yeah, so they basically have you identify yourselves and then sort of come in around you and just escort you on to Aburicum.
Okay.
Great.
They seem unfriendly but not hostile
That's fine.
to your
No
cause.
idea how much more this we got.
And
Pretty good.
And so you approach the city. It's a large city with Roman walls, situated at the junction of two rivers.
Oh, nice.
The
Good for trade.
the knight in charge of the intercepting party instructs you that you are to wait in the south castle in the old city until the king will see you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Over your statement.
Sorry, I've had my side. I remembered what your state is.
Oh,
good. Yes.
Winterborn Gunner.
Gunnet. Yes.
Got it.
okay.
Oh, it's right there. Look at that. I was proud of myself.
All right, and so so you're escorted through Tower Gate and into the bailey of a powerful castle, and yeah, so you can wait for the king.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So there's some veteran knights hanging about, casting you suspicious glances and muttering under their breath.
Sure. It doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Are we odd looking to them or something?
I don't know. They're just kind of muttering to each other.
Can you overhear anything with your intrigue?
Oh, yeah. Good.
An awareness roll.
Ah, awareness. Okay. Excellent. Oh, that's a really low.
Oh, maybe I'll turn.
Oh, I make it!
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Never mind then.
Very
Go ahead
good.
and check your awareness.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it's just they're sort of muttering about like what you're doing here when the king is off fighting the Saxons, and
he's not here.
and maybe they should practice some of their sword fighting on you.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe.
I think we may have some
Maybe.
trouble.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I'm ready to go.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
I hate the Saxons.
They said what?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, make a opposed prudent reckless roll there,
Okay.
Ooh.
Mr. Notably Reckless.
Notably reckless. All right. So. Oh God! I crit my reckless.
I'm a little reckless too. Should I roll that?
Yay!
If you want.
12.
Wolfram had to roll because it's at a 16.
Oh, I see.
I crit mine, actually.
Oh my
you
God! We're on. We are on.
Yeah, I made it.
Virgil makes it.
I crit my reckless.
Would you care to try?
Come on, you're in it. We're going.
Am I with you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was staying behind for the
Oh,
beast.
no, not at all.
That was your dream.
Uh,
we woke you up.
Oh, man.
Caught that bubble.
I was plotting.
Oh, you've been plotting the whole time.
Yes,
You know.
I got.
You crit
I
your
critted as
reckless.
well.
Oh my God. This is
All
so
right.
real.
Unbelievable.
This
Fight
is
them like I would've
unbelievable,
fought
but
the
it
beast.
happened.
Yes.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, you can't ignore a direct order from the Earl, so But here you are. So, okay, so you guys basically hey, you want to fight? Let's fucking fight. Let's do it. All right, so a fight breaks
No
out.
sooner are the words out of my mouth than all the swords.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I know I'm totally impassioning this.
What?
It feels
Yeah.
like I'm-
All right.
That moment
Yeah,
of,
this is like
yeah.
Shakespeare shit right here.
Yeah, it is. It totally
All the
is.
swords come out. All
I
right.
crit my fealty.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you crit a passion, it automatically goes up by 1, and you check it,
Oh my God.
and you get a
Nice.
plus 20 to your skill.
Wow.
Does anyone else want to impassion?
Yeah.
And that means
I will.
that I increase my whatever I roll by
Well, what's your skill normally?
Okay, made that.
for
Sword.
15.
So it would be a 35, which means that you can't fail, and you're going to add the excess of 20 to your dice roll, which would be 15.
Okay, so whatever my dice roll is, I add 15 to that. Okay,
You're going to
that's what I
kill
wanted to know.
someone.
Maybe.
And how did everyone else do?
I got it.
We all got it.
All right,
Okay.
so check your
They're
relevant
safe.
passions. You get plus 10. All right, so swords are out. Their
Yep.
swords come out.
Yep.
How about you? All right.
right.
So we'll just go counterclockwise here.
Let's start with
So
Wolfram, because
gonna-
he's the one
yeah,
who's
start
Yeah,
with
started
Wolfram.
it.
Wolfram's just in there all of a sudden. He's like, ah! Just diving in there. Oh,
Well,
so
I-
make your skill roll. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, my sword roll would be okay. Oh my gosh, I rolled a 4 out of 23.
Okay, so that's modified to a 7. And I rolled a fumble. So you're just charging this guy, and he just drops his sword. He's like, ah! So just roll your normal damage.
Well, I'm not gonna hit him if he's dropped his sword.
Well, it's as your sword's swinging.
All right.
So.
All right, not that bad. Not that bad.
Whoa, what's your damage?
Isn't it doubled when it's
Only when you
it's-
crit.
Oh, okay.
So does it mean that no, that's only crit for the actual sword.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Okay, it's like, wait a minute.
That's probably gonna be the same number anyway. 13.
13, excellent. Alright, so let's see here. He gets no shield bonus.
International incident, courtesy of Wolfram.
Tasty, yeah.
Boom! Just happened.
did.
Oh my god.
Yay, we started a brawl.
Yeah.
A nightly brawl.
A nightly brawl. All right, so yeah, you whap him good. All right, so Virgil, you're up next.
Okay.
Come on, Virgil.
Yeah.
Woo, Virg. I make it.
Yay.
Okay, what'd you roll?
Oops.
11.
11. Okay,
Yeah.
I got a 2, so you beat his.
Yay.
So roll your damage.
Okay, so that's 13.
Very good.
Okay.
Damage is right there.
All right, so he blocks that with his shield,
Oh.
Okay.
but still got a blow in on him, so not bad.
Whack.
Okay, Kinray.
So I get to add a 15 to my roll.
You're gonna add 15 to your roll.
Ooh.
I got a 14 plus 15, so 29.
So that's a crit. So roll double damage.
Wait for it,
I forgot to add 10 to mine, but it doesn't matter. I still make it. Yeah.
That's 4, 5. Oh god. Oh goodness.
Wow.
Oh,
I see
shit.
some 6
Oh.
now.
18, 24.
Oh my god.
20. No, 30. Yeah, 30.
Oh, shit.
40.
Oh my god.
5.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
48. 49, 50.
50? Oh, jeez. All right, so yeah, you basically.
Small scene.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, you just completely chop the guy's sword arm off right at the shoulder,
Wow.
and
That'll teach him.
yeah.
Sounds
falls over, quickly bleeding out.
That's it.
And Cormac.
All
Oh my
right.
god.
I crit.
You got
Credit it?
Well, okay, maybe not.
All right, what do
Because
you
I
got?
got the passion, so it's plus 10 to sword.
Right, so your sword's modified to a.
It was a
It's
10,
20.
so it should be a 20.
20.
So a 20 would have been crit.
And
I rolled
you-
a 10.
Right, okay,
Okay.
so normally would have been a crit. That's one of the great things about the system is it robs you of crits sometimes.
I see.
So it's a normal success. Let me
Okay.
roll his. I rolled a 1, so you beat him. So go ahead and roll your normal damage.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. Okay, so you you buffet your guy. Meanwhile, Kinrain's guy is
Oh my God.
screaming and dying in a pool of his own blood.
Whoops.
So the steward of the castle comes running in and is like, "What is the meaning of this? What is madness?" Well, sir, you see, sir.
Wait a minute, he's lucky we don't stab him.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Right.
Do you want to yield to his admonitions, or you want to keep
Stab him
fighting?
up.
Stabby. No, I don't know.
I believe in being just,
We should
so I
stop.
wouldn't just stab just anyone. These guys challenged us.
That's true.
Threatened
Yeah.
us. That's
Yeah.
different.
That's
Yeah.
true, they did threaten us.
That's true. Yeah.
The steward, however, coming in representative of the king and
So
his
no,
mom.
we don't. You don't want to do that?
No, I don't.
All right. I'll yield. I'll yield.
You
Yeah.
cut a man's arm off.
Because
Your bloodlust
kind of
has been
scary.
satisfied.
Yeah.
I'm very just.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Sorry.
Georgie, over here.
So sorry.
He's killed the best man.
I'm sorry.
All right, so
Our kingdom now.
actually, for Wolfram, give me a prudent roll there,
Okay. I failed that.
and give me a reckless roll.
I passed that.
Okay, so Wolfram's gonna have to be restrained.
Yep.
I'll restrain him. I'll restrain him.
All right, hold him back.
All right.
All right, so the steward looks at the dead guard, looks at you all, and and is just outraged, and you know, more guards are pouring in, so he says, "Send these men to the dungeons."
We tug our way out of this.
Well, you're there to await the king's justice, basically.
Oh god.
Hopefully it wasn't like his nephew or something.
Oh, right. That was his heir. Oh,
It was
well.
yeah, exactly.
We gotta kill him now.
It was his right hand man. No
No.
longer.
No!
All right, so.
Not anymore. Oh,
That's
I don't know
that's
what.
the
Uh, so yeah, you're all disarmed, led off to a narrow windowless cell
jailbreak.
where you are tossed in, and bolts are thrown.
Well, shit. At least they'll take it seriously, right?
Jailbreak. Yes, go on.
At least he'll take us seriously.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Wow.
They know that Salzburgmen aren't pussies.
No, we are not.
All right.
When we want to be, right, Brenda?
Right.
Go on now. How do we get out of this thing? Do we start
Right
digging?
now?
I'm contemplating whether to dock you all a point of hospitality or not. Is what I'm doing.
Ah.
I decided not to attack the steward.
That's right. We
That's
gotta
no
count
one.
for something.
That does have to count.
I think Wolfram will dock a point
All right.
of hospitality.
All right, that's fair. Next time somebody threatens me, I'll just let them get away with it then.
Or just lose another point of hospitality.
That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
Who needs all the hospitality? You wasn't there. Go on.
You weren't there. You wouldn't know. All right.
You don't know me.
That's right. Exactly.
So yeah, like about 3 days go by.
What?
You're at the bottom.
They're fighting Saxons.
You're at the bottom of this oubliette, so it's basically just
We are. We're in an oubliette.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's
There's
cool.
just a door up top that they throw in some stale bread every day.
Sure, that's not.
And
well, that's
a
awfully
skin
nice
of water, you know. They gotta keep you alive.
Hmm.
You lose track of all time. The door does not open except for the little feeding slot.
Mhm.
And then the door opens.
Oh.
There is a. Oh, where's your shaving kit? It is apparently nighttime because the hall beyond is dark,
Alright.
and there is a single tallow candle burning.
It's a lady.
It is a lady. It is, in fact, the lady that Virgil saved.
Yes.
Oh.
And so she, she throws a rope ladder down, and you're
Oh.
all able to climb out.
Well, I've been keeping myself.
You can't grow a beard, can you?
No.
It takes a lot of effort. For
Yeah.
You have to have enough food to sprout that sucker.
There's one whisker.
Yeah.
Just pluck that for you.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you a solid, buddy.
Yep. And she remembered the name of Sir Virgil. She was a lady from Malahout, and she
My
remembered.
lady.
Yay.
Yes. And so she.
Oh, what's gonna happen with the other lady?
Which one? The one you boinked her?
No, the one back home that you wrote a poem for.
Oh yes, dear Vivian.
Ladies love Virgil.
Uh-huh.
So.
Okay.
Sweet.
I know.
Mhm.
Sort of like Galahad from Monty Python when
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
little guy and then all the
Yep.
All the ladies.
Yeah. But yeah, no, she motions for you all to follow her, and she leads you through, a couple twists and turns of a hall and up a stairway, and then to a small reinforced gate. It's the postern gate on the side of the castle. She throws the door open and says, "Your squires and horses should be waiting for you below."
Oh.
Okay.
I drop to a knee and kiss her hand. We're forever
Nice.
grateful.
Nice.
She just blushes and turns away and leaves.
Wow. I did send a poem to that one too.
Send a poem to that one too.
Yeah.
All right.
Start coming up with something.
I'm thinking.
All right. Okay.
Something about her face glowing in the candlelight.
Oh, that's
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Glowing as pale and beautiful as the moon.
Oh, yes. Okay, taking notes on my parchment that I keep.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And so you do a moonlit ride out of Malahout. Now you get to try and sneak out. Because there's
Okay,
really no
yeah.
other choice at this point.
Yeah.
Roderick's gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that didn't go too well.
No. Went really
So how'd it
badly.
go?
Well, we killed somebody.
Yeah.
Escaped.
I did, my lord. I'm sorry.
Possibly made an enemy of this guy, right?
Mm,
Possibly.
Yeah.
Of course, who's gonna know if we don't tell him?
Okay, so being stealthy.
How honest are you?
I'm very honest.
We're screwed then. All right.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, so you have to appoint. Well, first of all, you all get a prudence check for being stealthy, and you have to appoint someone your leader who's going to make a hunting roll for you to try and get you out of here.
Hunting
I'm a
hunter.
15.
Well, that's not.
I'm a 15 hunter too.
2.
You saved our lives.
So you get to
are
kick back.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh. Thanks.
Yes.
Oh, modesty. Well, yeah.
Well.
Yeah, it was a team
well.
effort.
Well.
Seems like all three of us have 15, so maybe.
Okay, who wants to do the roll then?
I've done enough.
I'll roll.
Yeah.
Haven't you done enough?
Yeah.
Henry does feel a certain amount of shame.
You haven't done anything.
I got it.
All right then.
All
Cool.
right.
All right, so let's see. Let me just figure out how far you have to travel before you're out of there. Let's see here. So you're going.
Nice music.
From Durham.
You can imagine like on a moonlit
Yeah.
ride, like through the hills,
Beautiful.
just galloping.
Yeah.
That's Cocklington.
The smell of the trees.
All right, you've got about 25 miles to ride
Okay.
So safety.
to safety.
Okay.
All
Alright,
right,
so
so
east.
that one roll is going to get you 7
yeah.
miles.
I'm under the grips of the
Yeah.
allure of the beast. I have a plan when the
Oh,
time
okay.
arises.
All right,
Oh my god,
excellent.
I'm
We've
excited.
had time to think of it.
Oh,
while
yes.
we were in
While we're in the cell.
To sell, yeah. That's all you were thinking about.
That's it.
Hallucinating.
Who the fuck keeps muttering to themselves? Sorry. All right, so,
Not much else to do in an oubliette.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so you make 7 miles through moonlit wastes and woods. So another hunting roll, please.
Failed it.
Oh, and we head back.
Well, you cover another 6 miles, but you're not entirely sure where you are now.
Ah,
That's fine.
okay.
Okay, so you're at 13 miles. Another hunting roll, please.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, you cover another 5 miles. The sky is beginning to grow brighter.
Ah.
And another hunting roll, please.
And crit it.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Nice.
Better check the hunting.
Oh, that's right.
So you find, yeah, definitely. You find a deer path that leads you through these sort of marshy moors, basically. You feel like you're the only people within maybe a dozen miles in every direction as the sun begins to come up and marsh birds take wing against the rising sun. And you've reached a wide river. It's the Humber. And on the far side, you see what looks to be a large and prosperous abbey of some sort. But I'll need awareness rolls from all of you.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Made mine.
Pass.
Oh, yes, make it.
All right.
Okay. So, much closer to, amongst the reeds, you detect a party of Saxons moving towards
Saxons!
you.
If I see those Saxons.
You're going
Unleash hell.
nuts.
Or unleash
Oh my
hell.
god.
No, they're moving towards you stealthily, like they're trying to.
What?
ambush you.
No.
Oh no!
Those Saxons go down.
Oh god!
Hatred of 19.
How dare they, sir? How dare they?
That's intense.
That's-
How dare they ruin my morning?
The cheek. It was a beautiful view, and they had to come and ruin it.
Oh, we're destroying those Saxons.
Here we are.
I'm
They're
destroying. I'm rolling already.
It's gone.
All right.
You're already rolling. You're
already
Yeah.
rolling.
Make your hatred Saxon
Oh, make
roll.
that.
if you
Make
wish.
that.
Oh, there's
All
the
right.
humber. All right. Okay.
Check it up.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
Let me roll my hatred
Not that I
Saxons.
think I can
I failed that
actually.
one.
Oh, I'm impassioned.
Do it.
No,
I failed
not
it.
me.
I'm not passionate.
The
All right.
oubliette was rough.
Yeah.
So you two failed your
Yes.
passion rolls.
Yes.
How did Virgil do? Oh, you don't even have a hate Saxon.
Yeah, I
do
don't
you?
hate
You don't
them.
have
Okay.
hatred Saxons. All right.
So those of
All
you,
right, all right, man.
those of you, those of you who failed will be at a -5 to your skills.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
But meanwhile, Kinraid's charging it.
He's out. Wait a minute. Can we?
Run him down with my lance and my destrier, man.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Okay, so
Right, oh.
you get now because you're all mounted,
Yeah.
you're going to get a +5 because you're versus guys on foot. So it's going to offset
a
your
wash on
penalty.
That one.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'll get a plus 15 then?
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
What?
You also have reach advantage because you have lances and they don't have great spears. So that gives you an additional +5.
So it's
Okay.
like
So
20
now
for...
I'm +5.
Plus
Oh my
20
God.
for
So
you.
you're gonna
Oh
cut
my
someone
God.
else's
Plus
arm off.
5 for these two.
Oh my
Plus
God.
10 for Virgil.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
So
So-
plus 20 to my
Plus
roll.
20, yes.
Okay.
Now, no, go
So I
ahead.
got a 28.
28, yes, that would be a crit.
Is this considered a hunting roll
Oh
or?
my god.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love the way you were shaking out.
Wait, okay. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Oh,
try to
whoa,
What Saxons? I didn't. She just
Okay.
skewered them all.
So
Yeah.
that's 10,
God, there's so many.
20. That's 32.
Oh my god.
40.
Oh my god.
Wow.
44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Oh wait, am I writing for my Destrier though?
Yes,
So that's an additional 6 die.
you're right.
Oh my god.
Holy moly.
Yes, you're right.
So 48. 56. 70.
Oh.
82.
82.
So she, yeah, they all just
Yeah, right. You
show up
go.
on the spear.
There you
That's a
go.
lot of 6s.
No, basically, yeah, you decapitate the Saxon just from the force of your blow. You
don't even hit him in the head.
The spear just goes right through his head, and basically there's a Saxon head down near your hand at this point.
Okay.
Gosh.
Like looking up at you in shock.
Yeah, actually the eyes are still kind of
I
looking up at
hate
you.
the Saxons. I hate the Saxons.
Let it be
Oh my
known.
Wow.
Let it be known.
Yeah.
All right,
Should be
so
just a Saxon head on my shield.
let's
Yeah,
do it.
just like a dead
Yeah, except it would be
Saxon.
desecrating your own coat of arms.
It would.
That's a good point.
Yeah. All right, so the rest of you can roll plus 5s and a plus 10.
I got it.
So what are we rolling? Battle?
Your spear expertise
Okay.
or sword, whichever you
Okay.
prefer.
Sword.
Okay, passing that with a 2. Ooh, did you want any of this? Because there's a little dirt.
Is there a little bit
There's a little bit left. Take it.
Take it.
Make it.
Finish it off.
Oh.
Made it? Okay.
Whoa, foamy.
Didn't
It's all
re-
foam.
I thought there wouldn't be that much.
I didn't
Oh,
I know,
just
I
pour
was
that
thinking
way.
it was a heavy bottle, and I was like, oh, I'm sure
There
it's just
can't be
glass
nothing
weight.
left. Yeah,
No. No.
that's all foam.
Get there.
Okay, I missed for all 3 of them, so as long as you guys can make your
Oh my god,
rolls.
you missed all
How
3
many
of them?
Saxons are there?
There's at least a
Remaining.
dozen.
Whoa!
Well, that's
Let's get
more
started.
for the rest of us. Come on.
All right, so you made yours, Renae?
Yes.
Okay, roll your damage.
9. Ooh, 15.
15, not bad.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Duly noted. Signs. Okay.
Yes, I passed 9.
And
15 damage.
15 damage.
Come on,
Okay.
guys.
Oh my god, 82.
Jeez.
Don't you hate the
Jesus.
Saxons?
Damn!
Jeez.
That kid rain's scary.
Yeah.
Frothing at the mouth, I'm imagining. Like,
And for Cormac?
I passed and I got
Berserker,
14.
you know?
Yeah,
15 damage.
Berserker.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm probably angry for shaming my lord at this castle.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
Honestly,
Taking it out on them.
It's just a
Yeah.
lot. It's just a lot.
It's
And being
taking
a
it
little
out of
bit-
these
I'm
guys,
throwing
you
myself
know.
little Roderick's feet to ask his forgiveness for
Yeah.
embarrassing
Bring in
him.
a few Saxon heads.
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even it
I
out.
love that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Take out a couple steps.
My lord in your name. No, I love him at a 17. I hate the Saxons at a 19.
That's
Oh wow, that's
major.
that's a lot.
It's a lot of love and hate there.
Yeah.
That is some love and hate, yep. All right, good. So all of you land good telling blows on your foes.
Okay.
Now, on this next round, there's going to be a second Saxon joining against all of you, or in Kinraid's case, 2 Saxons. And so you have the option. You can either devote all your skill to fighting just one of them and give the other one an open shot against you. I might still miss, but he'll get an unopposed roll. Or you can try and split your skill up and then fight both of them with opposed rolls like you normally do. So
I feel confident in us splitting my skill.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna split mine.
All right, and you can split it 50-50, or you can do it any other
Okay.
way you want to do it. So
Well, I rolled a 31
31
Wow.
for
Wait, so what's your modified skill right now?
a modified skill. It was a plus 20,
Plus
right?
20, right?
And I'm doing my spear,
Uh-huh.
which is already at 16.
16, so it's a 36. So you could divide it up 20 and 16, or you could do,
I'll do it 50-50.
50-50? Okay, so what is that? 18 each? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just rolling against 18 then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I roll again.
Yeah, go for it.
That's 18. Oh, do I still get my plus 20 there?
No,
Okay,
it's just an 18. Got an 8. I also rolled an 8, so
Wow.
that's a tie. And then against the second guy, you're rolling against 18 again.
I got a 9.
And I missed straight out.
Alright.
So, okay, so roll damage against him.
Okay, that's for my horse 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
10, 22.
Oh, actually, it's your normal damage. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's my
you only
normal
get your
damage?
horse's damage on it first.
Okay.
Alright.
So that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's still 11, or okay, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19. Wow. Okay. So that's higher than his size. And he misses that. So you, basically you sort of clash spears against the shield of one and then just sort of butt the other guy and it actually knocks him to the ground.
Haha. Very good.
Yes.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
And do you want to split your skill?
No, I'm going to turn to the second guy. And
Okay.
Focus all my attention.
Sounds good.
Ooh, so 14,
14. Okay.
I think. Right, plus 10.
That's modified.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
15.
All right. I missed on that, but I did hit on the unopposed roll. So you're going to do damage, and I'm going to do damage.
Ah,
So
okay.
go ahead and roll your damage.
Alrighty. Ooh, 15 again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I got a 16, so that is 6 damage gets through your armor,
Okay.
and I'll need a horsemanship roll to stay mounted.
Okay. So with 6 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 19. Oh, a crit.
Nice.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Nice. Okay.
Like a jockey, you know. It's,
Oh,
Yes.
Bird knows what's up.
Go ahead and check your horsemanship.
ooh.
That's awesome.
Great.
Okay, well done.
Yeah, low center of gravity.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, who's up next?
Nice. I'll go. I have a question though.
Yes.
The so for the last one there was extra damage because we were charging.
Mm-hmm.
How many? What's that?
You roll your horse's damage statistic.
Instead of?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if it's the same, then it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, all right, so that's the same. All right, I'm gonna focus all on one guy.
Okay.
So I failed that.
Okay, I failed.
Wait, well,
You get
okay.
a plus 5.
So I made that.
You made it?
Okay.
Okay. I failed the unopposed roll and I actually just fumbled the opposed roll. So
Runs into
you,
yours.
you actually cut through the shaft of his spear
Oh.
and do some damage.
Okay.
5, 8, 13, 14 again.
14 again. Okay. What did I say? Armor. 6. Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. So, and that leaves Wolfram.
Okay, I'm gonna split it.
Okay. How are you splitting it?
50-50.
And that is
What?
He hasn't rolled
numbers?
I haven't rolled it.
Well, yeah, you have to say in advance. So your modified skills plus 10, right?
No, it's +5.
Plus 5, that's right. So your modified skill is a
18.
18. So do you want to do 9 and 9?
Yes.
Do you want to do okay? That's all I need to know.
All right.
I see.
Okay,
Okay, I didn't understand that.
Okay, I rolled a 10.
that's a miss,
Okay.
and I missed on that as well.
Okay.
And then your second attack,
An 11.
11 is a miss, and I hit with that.
Okay.
Let's see. So you're gonna take 3 points of damage. What's your size?
11.
I'll need a horsemanship roll to stay mounted.
Okay. Make it.
Okay, cool.
The golden light of dawn shining on us.
Yes, indeed.
This is really good stuff.
Yeah, you're sort of pressing him back into the Humber. They're like knee deep in water.
Did I drown him like
Oh.
rats?
Okay, so go back to the top of the round. As long as everyone wants to keep their splits the same, we'll just keep it going like that,
I think
right?
I'm actually gonna go, since I knocked one of them down, go for all my attention on the other guy who's
Sure.
still standing.
Sure. Yeah, he's getting up this round, so you can do your full skill against the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a crit on a 4 or better.
Okay.
Because you're adding 16 to your roll.
And I got a 20.
Oh!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Nice.
Oh my god.
All right.
Double damage to him.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
King
Beast.
The beast.
Alright, so that is
I see sixes again.
20.
Wow.
30. 38.
Destroying.
You cleave his skull in twain.
Yeah.
Ah, huzzah!
It's all good, sir. His mustache goes flying off.
Oh! Oh my god.
And
I like
Alright.
that image of cleaving his mustache in twain.
Yeah.
His dirty Saxon mustache.
Yep.
Perfect. You know.
Yep.
All right. So Virgil, do you want to keep splitting it like you did?
Yeah, so I'm
Okay.
going to turn my charger around toward the first guy
Yep.
that I was fighting.
Oh, that's right. You're doing full.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
Yep. Ooh, I make it.
All right. I missed. So do your damage.
Alright. So 9 and 12.
12. Okay. Well, you draw some blood there.
Alright.
Okay.
Take
Wolfram?
that.
Wolfram? Okay. First guy. Make it.
Okay.
With the 2.
I got a fumble actually. So
Okay,
you
so
cut his
he-
spear in half.
Okay.
Go and roll your damage.
Alright. 16.
Ooh. Saucy. So yeah, you cut his spear in half and hit him hard enough to drive him down into the water, and you can just see him kind of floundering and
Like the dirty
blood.
Saxon he is.
Yes, blood pooling in the water.
Alright.
All right, second guy.
Second guy. Pass with a 4.
I missed, so
Okay.
damage him as well.
Saxon.
Fucking Saxon.
13.
13. Okay, good. So you wound him.
Okay.
All right, and Ormac.
You stay focused on the one guy.
Okay, sure.
His spear's broken now, yeah?
Yes, he's
just.
drawing an axe from his belt,
Uh-oh.
so he won't be able to attack you.
Alright, so I got the. Got it.
Okay,
12.
go for it.
And,
Plus 5 sexual to 17.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
6, 12, 13, 14, 16.
16. All right. Okay, so you dispatch him. Actually. Dispatched. His buddy, of course, is there and does hit you.
Whack.
Being a Saxon and all, he waits for an opening and stabs you in the side.
Yeah.
Oh, pathetic. 8 points of damage, doesn't even get through your armor.
Because he's a Saxon. A lowly Saxon.
Oh, there's another one here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way to insult him.
All
There goes
right.
mother.
All right, so Kinrain, your opponent is back on his feet.
Alright. I'm gonna go all for him.
Oh, God.
Here we
And I
go.
roll a 19.
Nice.
So double damage.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh my god, this is gonna be something.
Okay, so that's 8,
Not bad.
10, 25, 31.
So this is a good demonstration of when you get really impassioned, how you can just turn into a killing machine.
Hey.
So you drop you drop him as well.
Dude.
He's just doing a dead man's float out into the river.
Tainting our great land waters. But at least he's gone.
He can't do anything right.
One
All
last
right,
attack.
so
Fish food.
all right, so Virgil is up.
Okey doke.
Do anything.
Yeah. Okay. So, oh, I make it.
I missed. Go ahead with your damage.
Okay. Ooh, 11 and 16.
Alright.
Heyo. This is the same guy you were attacking last round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right, so yeah, you kind of spur your horse forward a little bit and buffet him, so he spins around, and you just whack him on the back of the neck, and he just falls down into the water.
All right.
Let's see what
Yay.
his compatriot does here. Oh, he does hit you though.
Uh-oh.
Let's see here. All right, so you take a 4-point wound, and I'll need a horsemanship roll.
Okay.
Stylist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been enjoying it.
Actually, yeah, I took notes all through grad school on this thing.
It's nice.
See the
I like
scratches on it. Definitely make my horsemanship.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Wolfram.
I only have one man left, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Are we done with
pass
the
that with a 5?
Saxons?
Not quite. But
Alright.
You pass with a 5? Let
Yes.
me see what I get. I missed.
Okay. Roll damage. 10.
10. Okay. Okay, and Cormac.
Alright. I make it.
Okay. Let me see how I do here. I missed.
Okay. And I do 11, 12, 13.
13. Okay. So yeah, all the Saxons are either dead or wounded at this point.
Drowning.
And so those that remain alive and mobile throw down their weapons and go splashing out into the river.
Oh, wow.
Try to swim away from you.
Okay.
You're gonna
I'm
pursue,
probably gonna
aren't you?
charge it.
You would.
Yeah, I'll need a horsemanship roll to do that.
Do I still get my bonus?
No, it only applies to one skill.
Okay. And I make it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, you drive your trusty destrier out into the neck deep water, neck deep for the horse,
Wow.
and just kind of are hacking madly at these Saxons as they try to swim
wow.
away, and the rest of you watching just see like one body after another just sort of floating away. So yeah,
I will
you
not rest until every Saxon is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you dispatched them. So yeah, that was
I have to
bloody.
admit, I'm a bit shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hatred of 19.
Yeah.
Hatred of 19.
Yeah.
That is just all the hatred.
That's all the hatred.
All the
All the
hatred.
hatred.
Straight out of captivity, just instantly killing again.
It's
right.
Nothing can contain him.
Yep.
Please save us from his depredations. Alright. Alrighty. Very good. Let's make notes of the glory here. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so
You're just racking up the glory, though, right?
Yeah.
yeah, well, you all get a nice share of it since you all participated.
Fought
Those are the
valiantly
first two
against
people
the
Cormac's ever
Saxon
killed as a
scourge.
knight.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Well, might as well make them Saxons then.
Oh, hell yeah,
Yeah.
make them Saxons. Make them all Saxons.
Next is the questing beast.
You're gonna have a questing beast poster up in your room.
Yeah.
Okay, like so I have your steward like
Yeah.
commission an embroidered tapestry.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say have your steward dress up as the questing beast.
Oh, well. Your squire.
Could you wear the costume again tonight?
Oh, God.
That's great.
Oh, God.
Oh Jesus.
Even the serpent tongue.
All right.
Obsessed with Cormac.
So as the remainder of the bodies float away,
Yeah.
you see
Yeah.
you see
Uh-oh.
a small boat being rowed across the Humber from the Abbey.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
they saved their abbey for all they know. Those Saxons could have been plotting to...
To raid them?
Yeah, who knows what they were doing?
We don't know.
Oh, we're here to meet our Saxon friends for their daily jam delivery.
Nope.
I don't believe that will be happening anymore. Saxon conspirators.
Yeah.
Somebody like Saxon jam.
It just sounds awful, doesn't it?
It does.
Saxon jam.
Wouldn't feed it to
You don't
a
want
horse.
part of it.
No.
You
No
don't
part
want
of
any
this.
part of
Part
it.
of it.
Do
All
you know
right.
if Saxons have bows and arrows on them by chance?
No, they didn't. They just had
I'm on the
spears
market.
and axes.
On the market.
You can buy one at the abbey.
That's the plan.
Yeah, and that is fine if you want a skill in bow for hunting. That's kind of an exception that's made.
Okay.
You know, like, you can shoot at animals.
Got it.
But shooting at a man.
Yeah.
Shooting at a man is just low.
It's just not done. So who's resolving themselves in this?
So out of the mist emerges a boatload of 3 nuns,
Oh.
Now we're in trouble.
and
Flirt.
and
Oh, that's no shame, sir.
Yes.
and so they pull the boat up to the shore and oh, good sir knights, we saw the fight from the far shore, and we want you to come back with us to our abbey so we may tend to your wounds if you have any, and
I'd be very grateful.
Yes. and allow us to feed and bathe you.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the deal?
Eyebrow cocks up.
Aren't even the nuns hot?
You ever been in love with a nun? No. All right. So.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
The spankings.
Yes.
That's right.
And so, no, yeah, they row you back across the Humber. They have to take shifts since you've got horses and squires and all that other stuff. But
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, you're quite a little traveling troupe. But the good news is that you are out of Malahut now. The Humber marks the southern
great.
boundary.
Nice.
Oh, good. That is good news.
And what are they gonna do? Attack nuns?
No.
Yeah.
No.
We're fine.
I'm pagan. I'm still not gonna attack a nun.
Right. Exactly. That's because you got respect.
Uh-huh.
Honor and justice.
Mm-hmm.
So that sounds nice.
So yeah, you are tended to. Let me just make some rolls. Is anyone other than Virgil wounded?
I am wounded.
Okay.
3 hit points down.
Alrighty. Ooh, well, you got a crit on your first aid there. So
Ooh.
Virgil gets 3 hit points back, and Wolfram gets 5.
Wait a minute. I can't go over what I got though.
No, so it's
that's
whatever.
But
you're-
she just healed the crap out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not just healed, you
All
feel
right.
better than before.
Exactly.
I'm renewed,
Exactly.
spiritually speaking.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh. So,
I know some first aid too. Are you up to snuff yet?
No.
No. Maybe I could try and help.
Would the nuns be insulted?
Is that
how many wounds did you take? 2?
2.
Okay, so you can help on the second wound. Yeah,
I'll try on the second
absolutely,
one.
absolutely.
No.
Good, look at that.
No good.
No.
No.
Ah.
No, all right.
No, I don't know
I could give
squat
it-
about that kind of
It's,
work.
I'll give it a shot.
You want to give it a shot?
Oh,
Might as
okay.
well
Yeah.
help out.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see. I got it.
All
Alright,
right.
thanks.
Cool.
I got a first aid of 15.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Wow.
Yes.
Master of the hunt. Master of the hunt indeed.
Indeed. The hunt is on.
Oh my god. And so the remainder of your journey back south is uneventful, as you no longer have to hide in fear of capture. You're within Uther's lands again now that the Duke of Lindsey is friendly to his cause. And in due course, after about 3 weeks of travel, you arrive back at Sarum.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you tell your story.
Well, I'm incredibly
Well-
honest. I will prostrate myself
What-
before, in particular, old Roderick,
Mhm.
and beg forgiveness for behaving so rashly.
If we had allowed them to humiliate us like
But exactly, like I fought
I mean,
only for my
you
lord's
humiliated
honor.
him.
He
Yeah.
insulted
Mm-hmm.
not only
They
our
never
names
would've-
but our homeland.
that, they never would have joined with us anyway. Because they've been like these weak jerks from down south, you see.
You are weak. Okay, so you could give me an orate roll, and if you want to impassion that with your fealty passion.
Oh, yeah.
I make my fealty,
Excellent.
so now I'm rolling a 20 or 8. And I got a 13.
All right.
Okay. All right. So you, you give a convincing performance of
Do you still have that Saxon head on your spear?
Lands.
getting a little funky,
On your
but
lens.
it's okay.
It has been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
No, I would not disgrace my weaponry with
Yeah.
keeping a
Saxon
Saxon
blood.
on it.
Gooey.
Yeah.
Gooey.
I cleansed it in the river.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, of course.
Whew.
The cleansing power of the river. So, let's see here. Oh yeah, he would be back at Sarum at this point, I think. Actually, he's at Devise's castle. All right, so you meet him at Devise's castle, and you give this whole spiel, and yeah, he buys your contrition.
I am
Great.
sincerely
Mm-hmm.
contrite.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, because you're going to have to be contrite for both of us.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Wolfram is
because-
conspicuous in his silence. It's a northwest part of the county.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, here we are. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha.
Yep. And so for the most part, autumn and the harvest season approaches, and life is due to return to normal. Although perhaps for Cormac, maybe not.
Things have been a brewing.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
So I have, first off, while I'm able to, and I have a little bit of coin in my pockets, I'd like to get a bow
Absolutely.
for hunting.
Absolutely.
And then secondly, I noticed that the beast eats dogs. So I'd like a few dogs. I'm gonna bait the beast.
Well, your manor does come automatically with a dog kennel.
Ah!
Excellent.
It's more farm than a
Worthy.
kennel.
More of a farm than a kennel.
Yeah.
I hope they've been busy while I've been gone.
More puppies.
All right. Very good. So to determine your default skill in bow, just go ahead and roll 2d6.
8.
Okay, so that's your bow skill currently. You can always build it up over further winter
Really
phases.
respectable.
Is 8.
And a bow will set you back 10 denarii.
Alright. What was that as?
10 to me.
Not much. Not much.
No, so
Oh, Denari, yeah.
Yeah, not leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What?
Okay, yes, that's like.
Very good. All right.
Yeah, you pretty much still
Yay.
have 2 Libra.
Yeah. Basically. Just got though.
All right. Well, I think on that note, unless there's anything else you guys want to attend to before the year's end.
Not right now.
Oh, I would like to send a note to Vivian letting her know of my return.
Absolutely. And speak nothing of being let out of prison by some
No.
Oh, no.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
No, no.
Oh, hell no.
No, hell no. And guys, I'm
that's
sure
on the
we'll
DL,
keep that
on the
on.
DL.
I'm not
All
saying
right.
anything.
Okay.
Absolutely
Just as we
not.
speak nothing of,
Of what? I don't.
Exactly.
Nothing.
I don't
Yeah.
know what we
Nothing.
could be
speak
referring
nothing of
to.
nothing.
That's the right answer right there. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll be posting some wiki pages for the abbey you visited, and the
Yay.
Jesus Castle, and some of the characters you met. So expect
Nice.
that.
Alright.
Oh, that was
And-
exciting, huh?
Yeah.
I
that's
get more
good.
info again on the horse breeding.
And I will get you
Because
some
that's
info on the
definitely
horse
what
breeding.
I-
Absolutely.
My goal is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Might be in the future, but
It's good to have a goal.
It's good to plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're off next week, and then the week after that, we'll get to find out what happened to Sir Pace.
oh my god.
He rolls once per every half year. So if he's been mad for 2 years, he's going to make 4 rolls on the madness
Oh
table.
my god, oh my god.
Oh wow. So at worst, where could he end up? Like, would he
Oh,
die
there's so
out
many,
in the
there's so
woods,
many
or-
wonderful things.
I mean, like, besides death, what is the worst thing that could happen?
Oh, we'll just have to explore it ourselves. There's plenty of time for all of you to go mad and roll on that table.
Oh, that's less fun. Oh dear.
Very good.
Thank you.
Oh god.
Yeah, thanks.
I know, I'm so excited.
Yeah.